Hold on. Mm-hmm. I need Twitch, YouTube, Studio. Hello. It's not good morning.
Depending on what happens on the last game of the
Yeah,
entire
yeah,
stage,
Valorant. There we
BBL
go.
versus FUT, the seed 1 will be determined. If BBL is to lose, KC will take the seed 1 and the free buy. On the other hand, if FUT is to win, they will take it from Navi and they will pass as that seed number 1. Super important for next week.
It's pretty insane that it's all up for grabs still, right? And the fact that you are still looking at the battle for that first seed too is a lot of pressure, just because when you look over towards that playoffs format,
Oh no, he's
it's
back.
a really big advantage
I'm
that
back.
you get when you are going to be. And
Saw some people playing in
in
throats at the APAC.
Just one game to try and make it to Shanghai.
Always good to
and
see.
double elimination as well.
Yeah.
And double elimination. But of course, there's a lot going on this side. Vitality, unfortunately, are already out. I'm just happy that everybody won a game. I was dreading the time we have to talk about how some teams didn't manage to get a win under their belt, but things are all good. And is it sadistic of me to want to see that tiebreaker?
No, it's very on brand.
So
for
I
you.
am gonna
You
be
wanna
on
see the
Fury, the
world
only teams
burn.
that
You wanna
haven't won
see
a game, I
good
think, as
games.
well.
End of the day, what is going on?
More Valorant
Yes.
is best Valorant. Am I right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but also the tiebreakers would be
Yes,
so
but
late
also no.
today too. So that's something to also keep in mind for these teams.
Get
who
your
would be playing-
calculators out, people.
I can't.
Yeah,
Quick math.
somebody needs to be on it. But of course, as you guys can see, Liquid will be taking on Gentlemates first.
So
followed
Liquid,
by that Turkish derby. But
they
before we
need
dive
to
into
win and
everything,
win
I had the
cleanly
pleasure of catching up with
to have a
Team Liquid's
chance.
Mystic
If
ahead
not,
of their
it's gonna be
must-win
BBL.
match.
Who then are
I'm
just
now
playing for
joined by
first.
Mystic
Basically, if
from
they
Team
win,
Liquid. Hi, Mystic. Thank you very
they're
much
good.
for
If they
giving me your
lose,
time. Now, I
they
feel
play
like
for
this
Fnatic.
week has been wild because every single scenario, almost every single one, that needed to happen to give you guys the best chance for playoffs has happened. So how are you feeling about the fact that the universe wants you to go to playoffs?
I mean, regardless of what happened, we knew that we have the 2-way this week. So, yeah, it's nice seeing that it's going in our favor so far. But yeah, we still have to get the job done. That's the thing, and that's all we're focusing on.
I mean, according to the cosmic universe, everything, I feel like the 2-0 might be coming. But of course, in order to
Should I
do
do
that,
the,
you have to
map
beat
veto?
Gentlemates, an opponent that you're very familiar with. You've played against them before. In fact, you've also talked about the time you played against them. I'm not sure if you remember this because you and I had this chat. So if you want to divert your attention to over there and take a look at this clip first. Apex, the team, was better than Gentlemates.
What? We beat them 15 times in scrims.
Come on, boys.
Out of 15.
We were better, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were better. Come on.
But we weren't better because then we lost. They beat us in the finals. They were better that day and they deserve it completely. But overall, we were a better team and they took risks to beat us that day. That paid off. When I speak to them, they knew that we were the better team as well. And they told us we are the better team. So that's why I'm really confident that we were the better team. Like, I'm really confident in saying
That's tough.
we just failed on the day, you know?
All right, obviously not Apex anymore, Team Liquid, but you still have retained the core of you, Enzo, and Kiko. Kiko
That's
is the
tough.
only person over there that thought that maybe you weren't the better team of the day, so talk me through. Strongly agree, better than Gentlemates. You stand by that?
Of course I stand by it. Nah, I don't even remember playing them. What do you mean? Let's just let our Valorant do the talking for today, I'd say.
Yeah?
But back then, I stand by it. But the
Okay,
yeah,
Liquid, they banned Breeze.
haunted
They
memories,
banned
right?
Breeze.
Does it make you feel more motivated that
Ban
you want to
Breeze.
beat them even more? You know, playoffs is on the line, but it's also a team that literally knocked you out of Ascension.
Yeah, I've got to do it for not only the boys in our team, but for Magnum and Shadow as well, because they hurt us pretty bad. But like I said before, maybe it was a tactical loss back then, but now it's gonna be a win. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully.
Yeah, and the last question before I let you go. Obviously, like I said, not Apex anymore.
I mean,
Team
everyone
Liquid.
from that team
what
ended up in
makes you
tier
more
1.
confident
So.
that this time you're gonna beat them?
I think that we know it's like do or die in this situation, and we've
know,
made a
they all
couple of
landed
changes
on
this
them.
week prior
Got
to the
another
game.
chance.
So, yeah, I think we're all
Liquid,
quite
what would you
confident.
pick? Gentlemates
And
just
yeah,
won.
it's, whether we can
Icebox
uphold our
Sunset.
10-2 lead and not
Looking
let them
good.
slip like we did against Navi, you know, even
Liquid
against,
just
Heretics.
lost
So we just play
Sunset
our game
and Bind,
and,
so let's just say that
make sure that these
Gentlemates
little slips don't happen.
pick
and I
Sunset.
think it should be fine.
Honestly, I hope it goes your way because Mystic, I don't think you can deal with Gentlemates doing it to you.
I'm gonna say that they
Bro, I'm already losing hair. Like, come
pick
on.
Ascent.
But thank you very much for your time and best
Mates
of luck
pick
to them.
Thank
Sunset.
you very much.
Liquid ban.
I mean, they talked
What would you
about
ban?
how
What would
they
we
made
left?
some
Split.
changes. Do you think that's going to be enough today to make
I mean,
sure
you
that he
love
doesn't
playing Split
get
for some
haunted
reason,
by those
even though
memories?
you
It's
lose all the
important that
time.
he has the prize, like the
banned
ice on the
Icebox
prize,
here.
right? They need to get that 2-0. They know exactly what's at
picked
stake and
Icebox
how
there
they have to perform
and
for
won.
them to be able to get closer to get in that spot on play.
All right, guys, yeah, it's very interesting. But can I talk to you about Liquid? I'd like to talk to you about Liquid. You might be wondering about this. We'll get to it in a second. I want to start out here. Vitality
Icebox.
lost their
What
game.
we
Let's
got?
get them off the board.
Splitting.
This is fantastic. Liquid had a lot of ways to get through. We talked about it the other week. You remember? You
Splitting
remember? I
Lotus.
remember. Well, you know what? Not all of them came through. Thanks a lot, Fnatic. It was a little tough, but you know what? They might have not have lost 2-0. But BBL did.
Split or
They only need to
Lotus?
lose one more game, 2-0. Vitality have already lost. And then Liquid. If they can 2-0 Gentlemates, which, come on, you heard it from the guys. It's not like Logan would beat them again, right? Then they're straight through. There's one path, the golden path left for these guys. And I'm confident this time they can make the cut.
This spot.
Yeah, so eloquently explained. I will pick up those pieces of paper in just a
Yeah,
moment.
no, actually, Mitch will pick them up.
Yeah,
because he
very,
threw them
very
off.
eloquently explained by Mitch. Thank you very much, Mitch.
Yeah, just
That-
teaching some things.
Everything that needed to happen so far almost has happened, but we do have to address.
Is it worth
that this
watching
is
somebody
a rematch
ban?
for the Apex
What?
Crown
I
Liquid
mean,
versus Gentlemen.
as soon as Liquid lose a map, probably not, honestly.
I mean, it was pretty insane how
Then again,
Gentlemen made the
Gentlemates-
run
don't-
through
do
Ascension
both teams need a
last
2-0?
year, because
Oh,
they
the
were
first
a
map's
team that
gonna
we
be
looked at to be
big.
more of the middle of the pack in Ascension, and against that
What did
Apex
Gentlemates
score,
need?
They managed to take
They
it
need
out
a 2-0, right?
3-0 in the grand finals. I don't think anyone was expecting that type of
If they won
scoreline for the
2-1, they'd be
series.
what,
Expected it to
6-5?
be
But
much
could lose,
closer
but
for
it'd be
Apex
tough.
to
I
have
guess in
taken a map
theory
off
they
them, and I think
could.
a lot of it does have to do with
But the
what
round
Enzo was
diff is
talking
so
about
big.
in that clip that we saw that you were showing
The round
Mystic,
diff is
about how
34,
Gentlemen
so
were able
like
to catch
they
them
pretty
off
much
guard. I think
need
that's
to
something
win
that this team
2-0.
is very good at
Right,
doing.
they
as
need
far
to
as
win
just
2-0.
taking
This
you by
has
surprise
to be
because
6,
they do
really.
take insane risks.
It was crazy, like that final. Many people praised
Liquid
what
need
Existence
to
was
win
able
2-0
to do
as well.
so convincingly. And honestly, one word, probably Mitch's favorite word, Logan. Like he was,
I mean,
he
technically
was
they
on
can
to
win
something
2-1.
That day, it really feels like in the moments where the pressure.
But again,
is
the
at
round diff
highest,
is so
they come
big
the
that
most prepared and the most eager to win.
like
I mean, this
it's
is the thing. I know
theoretically
they maybe
possible,
memed about
but
it a little
in
bit,
reality,
losing that essentially
in reality,
broke
both
all of
need
their
to
hearts.
win
It was
2-0.
very, very rough for them
So,
to get back
the
on
first
the
map
team,
is gonna be
but
very
this is not
interesting
Apex. This is Team
when you need
Liquid.
to win
Do you
2-0,
think
both
Team Liquid
teams.
are indeed in the current
Does Mates have a
form
chance? Yeah, they have a chance.
I think that then we have to talk about how
Their best
Gentlemen's
chance
has
is
been
winning
performing not only
2-0
this year, but
and
also
FUT
the changes they've,
lose.
done within the season, within the stage.
No,
Wait, so
the best-
Fnatic can be ahead
Mates
of
have to
Valorant.
win
And how
2-0.
we're
Really, I
exclusive
mean,
with
because of
the
the round
Phoenix.
diff here.
It's very good to
They
see
need
that
to
they
win
can have that approach and can make it work and actually
2-0
look
and
good
have
in many instances.
and
then
win
last
by
week,
17
we got
rounds.
to see a Gentlemate
Really.
with an attack that just goes on the walls, literally.
So
I just
Gentlemates
love
need
it.
to
I think
win,
that we
yeah,
have to
by
talk about it
17
every
rounds.
single time. This wall
Across
that he was using here on
26.
Icebox, then on Sunset, the impact
So they
that
can
he was
only
having
lose
caught
10
the
rounds across
enemies
2
off
maps. So
guard
they need
time
to
after
average,
time.
like, they
It's
need to
something that
win
only
like
Natanga has been
13,
able to do so far.
5,
And again, it
13,
comes down to the
4.
risks that he's taking, right? Because he's playing so aggressively on this Sage pick. He's getting a lot of insane timings with how quickly he's able to
So
get
yeah,
into
there
your
it's
face.
it's
Just
very
the vertical angles that he's looking to take as well. You're
Yeah,
not
they
gonna
have
be
to win
expecting a player to be
26-9.
taking these kinds of risks in these matches.
Gentlemates have to,
every
like,
single
stomp.
one counts in that kind of regard. And
Basically.
I do wonder. I think the big difference between these two teams is
Or
Gentlemans,
have
I
FUT
feel
lose
like, have built a
2-0 and
very
lose, like,
solid
13-0,
identity
13-0.
for themselves, and that was
Is
something
their
that
other
Liquid
chance,
were
but
lacking early in the
it's
season.
not gonna
And it's a
happen.
versatile one as well, right? That identity, because they can give you any of the two. I just love the fact, final day, I have to look at my bag to see that Natanga is there. Maybe it's
I'm
Boo in
pretty
my
sure,
bag.
yeah, I was
Maybe
saying
it's
Boo
in my
is on
bag,
the
yeah.
other side of that wall. Yeah, he's on
Probably.
it, but Boo's behind it.
But really, to me, it's the versatility, because now, is Team Liquid going to be prepared? But prepared for what? You know, Gentlemen,
What's my opinion on Paper X 13-0? That was a crazy map. That was a crazy map. I mean, of all like the this could be a 13-0s. That was the one that was like the closest to being a 13-0, and obviously ended up being, because there was no like close rounds. It was just pure domination.
Because it sounds like you do.
Going to
Yeah, okay. I think
now?
maybe that is.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if
think
that's
I
a hot
am.
take or not, but
I think it's mild.
Oh, but I need to mute.
I do think, I agree. Because I think when you are looking at a team
I'll
like
wait till the
Gentlemen that
break
have
is
such a strong identity, like we've been talking about, the aggressive plays, the fact that the tank, even when he's not on the wall and he's using the Phoenix wall to get into sites and cause so much disruption on that second duelist, Team Liquid has
Yeah, I
been
heard that RRQ
much
bench
slower
flips.
starters, I feel like, and
The
have-
rumor mill says that
I
they're
don't know,
gonna
I just
sign
really don't feel like
Monjet,
they
right?
built themselves up in the way that we expected.
It's not only that,
Monjet
right?
is
We're
back,
talking
my
about
goat.
identity. I think that
Monjet.
some of the teams have been missing it a little bit, missing the hits,
Monjoy.
missing the spots. Team Liquid, I feel like that has been one of the conversations for the entirety of the year. But for many teams, I don't think that we can call anyone contender or pretender anymore, because
Monjoy.
so many crazy things happening. So many crazy things happening that we cannot be sure about any that happens in the NBA anymore.
I feel like agree. You can call anybody.
I don't know if that's true or people just hoping. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like
riding
he's.
on this match, not just the fate
Didn't
of
he
Gentlemen
play with
or
some
Team
of them
Liquid,
before
but
on
other
Onyx
teams
G?
in the league as well.
Who
So
was on that
without
Onyx
further
G
ado,
team?
Let's get the show on the road.
Was it
and
some of
bring
RRQ?
out Gentlemates and Team Liquid.
Oh, no music. Tell me more. So he already has some. What the fuck is Yampy doing? So yeah, if he's already been with the team before, you know, I mean, it makes sense that he would. Oh, and Ewok was there as well.
That's the spike! The
So yeah,
overheat
if
moment,
you already got that,
the
then
positioning, what a blunder, what a whiff!
who is that? Briefly saw your name. It's small ginger dude with a prime. I mean, why are they doing this? What's this? Oh, look at him. He's got the shirt on. Again, he's ready to go out.
For those people that don't know existence, this man
What's this little pre-huddle? Little. What was that? Anyway, don't want to
Is
get the
in
marker.
his head, and look at the eye contact that we're seeing.
Thank you,
right
small
now. He's
ginger
giving
dude, though.
The exact
Thinking man,
words
small
that his
ginger
players
dude.
need to know for today. They are hungry. They
Yes,
did it in the
Team
past.
Liquid
We've
can
been
still
talking
qualify.
about
This
it.
is a
They
kind
need
of
to
the
repeat
first
it.
map will be very
I think it's
interesting
a
because
lot that when we saw the
Gentlemates
walk-ins,
basically
they
need
came
to
in with
stomp
those
a
guys
2-0.
this time on
Liquid
top
need a
of the
2-0.
shirts too, so it's that confidence
So,
that's coming through. But Breeze
it's
is
an
gonna be
interesting
taken out
one.
right off the gate, alongside that bind, which
Ooh, they
is
picked
pretty
Lotus,
interesting.
okay.
I don't think it's too much of a
All
surprise.
right.
Oh,
They
wait.
pick Lotus. It's Liquid.
Wait.
Ice
So
box.
did Team Liquid picks Lotus?
Yes.
I was thinking,
That's
yeah, the
the
ice. I
spike,
heard
the
in my
overheat moment.
prediction for the maps that it was
Jesus.
Team Liquid that was going to pick
What a
that
Tough.
Lotus.
What a
Sorry,
whiff.
that Lotus, that icebox. But it's actually Gentlemen
Surprised that, I mean, map 3 doesn't really matter though. When you know you need a 2-0, like who cares what this map is? I guess you should, because split 2 results also matter. So. Just a minute. An anonymous gifter gave a sub to Muddy Vallow. Do we have mods this time?
What they did last week.
Just shoot the wall. Shoot the wall. Break
Any
the wall.
mods?
You'll be fine. The problem is that the wall is never what you expect it to be.
I actually really wanted
This
to
Someone's
is
see
modded.
the assembly
They're out there
line.
somewhere. Carry Metal with
Fun, but also,
22.
interesting hit in the huddle. Ayaz Nats. is
22
the vocal one. He
months.
was the one kind of giving the talk, telling the boys what they need to do today. Because of course, Ash, he wasn't there when they lost against Gentlemen. He's technically still fine.
But I love the fact that you're now looking at Nats to be almost like this emotional rock for Liquid as well, because he's going to be the one who's like, okay guys, you know, we know what happened last time, but you can't get in your heads about this, and
No mods?
kind of bring
That's
the team
tough.
back together in that kind of sense. I feel like we saw Enzo and Nats during some of the post-play interviews as well, talking about how they both had a lot of different ideas
Stuff.
initially at the beginning of this season.
Yeah, let's talk about this Lotus real quick as we take a look at the agent select. Because we're going to see some
Sage.
changes. How fun, he's on the wall. I was going to say.
Okay, they've ditched
They are
Phoenix.
going back to that
Sage
double
is my
duelist.
best
The
friend
Phoenix
now.
Going to be back, but no, isn't a tank on the wall
Liquid
again.
stick with their
Also
comp.
very interesting to see none of these teams play the Viper here,
Okay.
so the space is going to be a lot more open, and it's actually going to favor
Allez.
those fights.
It really is. We're going to see a lot more forced fights.
A
over
no
towards
Viper
Rumble towards
Lotus in
Mound to maintain that kind of
2024
control
before the
because you don't
Viper
have that
nerfs.
opportunity to lurk in that kind of pressure. And now when we're
That's an
also, again,
interesting
going back
choice.
towards the tank on that
Dude,
wall,
is there a mod
I
here?
love
I
that
mean, someone
Gentlemen
was doing
are
the pred.
throwing this
Someone's
pressure
doing the preds.
against
Ruby,
Team
who
Liquid
are you?
because it's something that they can't go
What's
back
on Koi
and
beating
easily get.
Vitality?
They're
A
gonna have to
surprise.
do
Well,
it.
a surprise.
I'm just
But
gonna
honestly,
say,
I think Koi.
Pretenders, you don't need
You've seen it
initiators when you're
in like
hot.
from the Fnatic game to then I can't remember who they
Very
lost
excited
to.
to
The
see what
Carmine
they're
Core, was
able
it?
to do,
Carmine Core
with this
game to
composition. I
then
think it's
the
going to be
Vitality
very
game. Like
interesting how both of the
clearly,
teams contest both of the
Koi had been
extremes
getting
of the map,
better.
right? It's not B that I'm concerned about.
We're setting a tone of this
Oh, it's
same
Canada,
I'm at
man.
work and had to log into Twitch on my work PC, so if things happen late, sorry. No maps command update either.
Fence is here. Fence can do some modding for once.
Do you know what, Sue? That wasn't your best
Fence
work, but
loves
It's
Liquid.
fine, you know, we're making it through this. It's a very pressured day. A lot of people on edge here because there's a lot of things that could happen depending on the results.
No,
now, I'm a
says
stupid
Fence.
person. Josh, I'm going to put it out there. I am not smart enough. Thank you for lying to me. But the point is, I'm not smart enough to know what some of these permutations mean. Sometimes it's like, they've got to get like one map, but then if they get 7 rounds, none of that. What I'm focused on is what's in front of us. Gentlemates up against Team Liquid. The smarter people here will explain it to you afterwards. However, Josh, I want to start with you. What do you make of this comp swap? Because you saw
Oh,
Gentlemates
no,
when
they're
they were
not doing the
well, and they were
horrific
still on that Phoenix. It didn't look good to you.
American
What do you
chant.
make of this adjustment here?
Who the fuck is that? Is Elevated in the crowd? What the fuck is this?
Liquid to deal with, slowing them down, but instantly into an action here. We have the Omen Cypher and Raze pushing out on the defense. Gentlemates.
Oh look, Mike's here too.
Starting
They're all
aggressive
here.
fashion.
Mike's here
Not
for his
gonna be
team, Liquid.
Something
Where's
that's going to
Kexi?
catch us off throughout this game because they are playing very, very proactive in this, and they've kind of almost switched roles here. It's been on Enzo. Flanks on the way, and it is a, well, it's the vast majority of the team. Enzo's good for one. That's Bayaz gone. Nice little shock dart to follow.
The quadruple flank. I mean quintuple flank.
And he does have support as well.
It's not a word you use very often. Quintuple.
Kexi needs to swing paranoia. Oh, he was a little ahead of that, and Gentlemates have an opening now.
The position.
Yeah, they might win. They've still got this camera to see that no one's in tree, or to see that the breach is
allow
there.
them to come in for this retake. The tag in the back as well.
Okay, Yampi though, nice isolation on Takas, but a good trade. The number's still favorable towards Gentlemates here on the
Don't
way
see
back
anyone
towards
else on
the
the
site.
cam.
Time is going to start ticking, and there's
Oh.
that wall. You're going to start seeing that utilized. It's all going to be down to Nats to try and handle this. He's
Didn't
done
get
so
half
damn
that
well.
time.
Nats, this guy is so clutch, and right now you're seeing a master
Wow.
at work.
Nats
Perfect
does it.
play from Nats. That's the first.
And goes to
Good
the
clutch
gift
there
sub
from Nats,
defense.
getting a good
How
start for
kind.
Team Liquid. That's what they need. I do wonder, could Natank not just defuse there? I think he didn't trust his teammate Logan.
You have to get half,
protect him.
I
At
think.
least get it to half in that situation.
Yeah.
But really aggressive start from Liquid. And
Probably around the mates. I mean, again, the
really
quintuple
happy about
flank.
that one.
Again, not something you see very often.
Again, from that little kind of conversation they had at the start of the day.
When
when
Logan
they were in the
kills,
huddle, it did
this
look
is a
like Nats was
1v3,
the
like-
one who was kind of getting away, everyone on the same
That's a
page,
tough
getting pumped
loss.
up. And if he's going to take that role and then kind
Yeah,
of
Nats
flatten the
bailing
pistol
out
round,
Liquid a bit
you got
there.
faith in your leader right now. So as it stands, looking at the buy coming back.
I mean,
in,
seeing
we're
a,
seeing little bit
I
of
mean, look,
investment from Gentlemates.
yeah. Seeing Lotus
Marshall,
without a Viper.
Sheriff,
Look,
looking
maybe
for an
this will be the
opening. That
future.
C fight's always a nice one
I
to
doubt
have.
it, but maybe it will be. You know,
Split
I'm not
right
gonna
across
say
the
it
map,
definitely
though, for
won't be.
Gentlemates,
It
so
could
Team
be, I
Liquid could
suppose.
easily do something
Apparently,
with
there's
Tripwire
more
to
Viper
push that
nerfs
A
coming.
flank, and
Apparently, in
now
that big
they
patch
went for the C flank
8.11.
as well, and they're just
People
gonna
hinted
slowly
that there
let
might
this
be even
round
more
develop.
Viper nerfs, which if there is, then
Yampi,
okay,
nice. Does take a little bit of
fair
damage.
enough.
We'll see if he filters out that rifle to someone else potentially. I mean, see how they feel about it. Looks like that is the case. Yeah, Kiko's going to take that one. So makes
Bayaz
sense.
gets ready to stun.
See,
the choke
I'm
point on his
conflicted
teammate's
by
contact.
that,
That would be
Gentlemates,
huge
because I like
for
the
him.
little
He's
pink.
taking
I
contact with
like
his
it's
class,
like
and I don't like that.
No, it's
the little like hint of
high
purpley
risk,
pink,
and the chance of
lilac-y,
reward
whatever
is
color you want to call the Gentlemates
but again, I
thing.
quite like this pace.
I quite like.
Not
But the
overly going for
green,
Bruce, that very
that
aggressive start
horrific
in the first round from Gentlemates, who are happy to
Putrid.
get behind the
neon-y
play on every
green.
position they could and just kind of push and close that gap. So for now, they could just kind of pausing for thought. They will still have utility to make this site take happen. Plenty with Mystics still. Kiko's got his, same with Yampi, but actually,
Okay,
Logan's
Logan.
going to find a fight. And you know what
Keep
can
them
happen when
out.
Logan gets a pistol? This guy's
See the flank
nasty
coming
with it.
on
A quick
A?
pivot, trying to
Okay,
give him a
they're
little bit of
getting
safety,
faster
but
now.
now I'm getting a bit worried here.
Well, let's just picked up that Marshall again, though.
I like how Kiko is able to take control of this blue room area.
Oh, he's just going to chase that down if he can. The tank healing up. Support's on the way. Bayaz trying to come around.
Ooh, nice
that
idea
was
trying to
lovely
get
from
the
Kiko,
support
keeping
in.
him safe there. He got pretty low, down to 6 HP. That could have been devastating, but as it stands just on Whalers and Logan. And it really feels like damage becomes the name of the game here. Can they force any of those repurchases?
Okay, Logan.
There's not much else left to do. Logan's done very well to already find 2 in this round.
Good amount of chip damage. Doesn't really help them in the grand scheme of things. It's a Cypher. Getting closer to his ultimate, that doesn't really help.
I thought Paper X already trolled today.
Having Rolling Thunder or Res or
Paper X didn't troll. I mean, their bind didn't look great, but I do think that Talon had a very good read of what Paper X were doing. I thought Talon looked... It was kind of shocking, honestly, right? You just got 13-0, and then Talon came out and looked good. Like, really good.
Grenade, double smokes, everything, so that they could go in, clear out corner by corner, and make sure that...
Yeah, Talon are out. Team Secret are out. I think in reality, we will get the 3 best Pacific teams, because I seriously doubt whether T1 can beat any of DRX, Gen.G, or Paper X. I would seriously doubt that.
Bonus round for them, almost looking like just a straight up buy, barring Mystic.
So we should, but those are the 3 best Pacific teams, so I do hope that they are the teams going, because,
as you were highlighting, coming through early. Sadly, if anything, it is Logan's, which is far less influential. Mystic. See how it starts here.
A 2-1-2 start for the defense. I think they're going to go up and try to bully out the Cypher trap and camera there. Get the information, get the deep line. Maybe have that rotation.
What are the next matches? There's this one. I won't see the last game, which is BBL versus FUT. Sentinels play today, later today as well. I won't be watching that because I'd rather watch the Pacific playoffs.
Oh god, come on! They find Nats for free. Oh, Whalers gets another. You're going to take that every day of the week.
4v3.
Mystic on the follow-up.
They do have 3 guns. Oh, Yampy ball.
You almost have to commit after losing out on Nats and Mystic.
Kiko
tap on the spike to see if anyone's nearby, but no one responds. Another draw.
But then again, this is the weird thing about this, right? Like, both teams need to win, like, somewhat convincingly. Like, the more convincing you win, the better it is, so... Like, getting aggressive in the econ might just be, you know, correct.
Okay, trying to clear as they go. First man found. No trade even available there. Kiko.
Yampy's going on this massive late flank. I mean, he just doesn't have time, especially against the Sage Wall.
Yampy's positioning. Now, this still falls on Enzo to keep their attention drawn. That diffuse keeps going,
You
and
just
the wall's
don't
there.
have time.
Oh, that's heartbreak. Yeah, Yampy can do nothing. If that wall wasn't there, that damned wall wasn't there, it could have been beautiful, but it's not to be. Gentlemates get on the board. First here found in the first gun round for them, keeping 3 standing. Lighter reinvestments while keeping an eye on their money, because it might be a little lighter at times.
One of the things I saw from Liquid in previous matches was they constantly had these super late flanks, but I think they're going to have to make this adjustment really early, that if Natunk has the Sage Wall for the post plants and is able to put this up, you can't rely on these super late flanks around the world, and you can't also rely on playing out of the site, playing the post plant spam battles.
Okay.
You need to do something else to disrupt the retake.
Yampy has just a sheriff.
Let's see how that reaction develops to the
And they
half.
come, double blast pack.
And it will be
Fast
curious
C
to see
hit.
how well they identify that, right? It is that.
Again, no
how
Viper
well
here.
do they plan with
No
that in mind?
Killjoy.
Are they able to
Oh,
keep that as
trap
a new
play.
adjustment? Speaking of, Takkas comes flying out. Gentlemates with a gear shift, getting their faces and brawling over by Mound. This might have stunned Liquid a little, but who do they have
No,
remaining?
they can't really
Mystic,
get out
Nats,
here
and
to
Enzo,
do
so
this
they can still make a fair
Cypher roll.
shout towards a site, but now for the defending side, they're split everywhere.
hell is
One
this
per
camera?
site. And Logan's
So this was
angle.
clearly the
This is
plan
a
from
curious
Gentlemates
little
all
battle
a
between
while,
these two, isn't it?
and they
Nats
were.
on one side,
I'm a bit weird with the
other.
camera here, considering
Nats
they
trying
have
to sell
these
a lot
trips.
here. Gonna get good info
Oh,
on
Nats
this one.
takes his
They won't
chance to.
expect the Cypher trips on A though. Natunk.
Very true. There it is.
Oh, they walk up, they see this.
Oh, but Nats, big
Clean
kill.
from Nats though.
And then the
Fox
trip
there.
goes down
Liquid,
because
lovely.
Nats finds this kill.
That kind of
Wow.
bait towards B, that pressure towards B, just
So
drawing
the
enough
tank
of the
wasn't
attention.
ready.
Whalers, sadly, is very, very far away from this round now. Unlikely he's going to be able to close the gap and do much about this, but the push and the pull there, and let's kind of roll it back to the start of that round, Josh, because we saw a very aggressive start from Gentlemates, willing to battle on Mound, not initially, but almost after that first confirmed contact was had, but then that pivot off the back from Liquid was fantastic.
Yeah, typically on these maps, when you have breach in the comps, you're going to be able to set up a lot of these traps where you go and you brawl out of them defense. But the defense kind of like starting
does this
that
make
fight
sense?
was the
Other than
interesting
again, does
moment
anything
there.
Gentlemates
trading out
comp-wise
evenly
make
3 versus
sense?
3 with the
Any of
first
it make sense?
10 seconds.
Defonzi, thanks for the 50 bits.
It would be classic Liquid to win a game that doesn't matter.
This game does matter. I mean, it would be classic Liquid to win like 2-1. Right? They win 2-1, and therefore like
let's set up this trap because they have the Sage.
can't
They should
qualify.
leverage that. I think that's what we're going to see going into the future. We're not going to see them trying to start the fights anymore.
Now, we're starting to see those ults starting to cycle through here. Yeah, Logan's had his for quite some time. Or at least he was building very early.
Guys are
Whalers
going
now
crazy
have his,
there.
And the tank
A
has
Liquid
the raise,
timeout.
but a very early timeout for Liquid. Now, do you think this is maybe to kind of make sure their mentality's right around how to approach playing against that Sage potentially?
The Liquid need to
so
stomp.
early
I
in
mean,
the
stomping
game.
would help
It is
for
quite
sure.
early, and it's they won 3
Stomping would
rounds,
definitely
so there's
help
gotta be
because let's
something
say they
specific that they're talking
stomp a
about. It
2-0.
could be about
Right,
how
you went
they're
7
really
and
close to
7
a
and
couple
you
of
go
different ults,
even.
and they can combo that with a showstopper. It could be talking about,
Let's say that
you know, maybe
BBL,
there's something
like
that,
there is
the coach
the
saw
world
that
is
Gentleman's
out
doing,
there.
like a
I mean, the
tell.
stomp doesn't matter
Maybe
that
it's
much
about,
for them
like,
because
oh,
their
it's like
round
we're
diff
gonna
is so
triple
bad.
save
But
on A,
there is the
but they use,
world
like,
out there
it could be
that like
anything.
BBL
You're gonna
lose
see
2-1,
something
but they lose like
interesting
super
coming out,
heavy
though. I don't think they're
2-1.
gonna go into this
They
round
would need
doing, like,
what, a
standard
36 round
spread
swing
default type
between the
thing.
both of them.
I mean,
It
it's
would be
possible,
almost
maybe,
impossible,
if you're
but
taking attack
if
like
they
this,
won
there's
this
gotta be
like
some sort of
if they
plan
genuinely
around it,
did
and I
win
think
like
it's gonna be something based on the
13-3,
ultimates that they have either available now
13-1.
Or soon to be.
or soon to
You know,
be.
it
Yeah,
could
'cause
be on
that's-
them.
We're looking at the
that
rolling
would be
thumbs
what,
was
like-
there for Yampi. You've got one off as well.
That'd
from
bring
the
them
Hunter's
back to
Fury, maybe
+1,
just
then
deciding
BBL
what they wanna
lose
be
by
doing for
14,
that.
they
Can
get stomped by
potentially
foot,
play
but
to get
win a
both
match
those
still.
available?
It
That'd be a
probably
high
doesn't matter, to
priority.
be honest.
Does
Gentle
Gentleman
mates need to
identify?
stomp.
I assume they do,
They
so I'm
need to
wondering if
stomp.
they're going to go for a fight on one of the extremities.
They can't let
Limits
Liquid
on the
win 10
success that
rounds
Liquid could have.
to beat
Seems
Heretics.
to
There is a
towards
chance
the
that they
C side
can
of the
still
map,
beat
so I'm wondering
Foot,
if that's
but
gonna be where
Foot's
the
rounds are
pressure
even
really
further
starts to
apart,
build.
so
Gentlemen's want to get in their faces early, but Liquid
Foot would have to get
That new
absolutely
sight.
stomped as well.
maybe just toying with
Which again,
expectations.
isn't gonna happen.
Quick positioning. I wonder
So
if this has
mates,
been
they
heard.
need the rounds.
Yeah, it certainly is. Right.
Liquid,
Not even heard.
they
It's
need the
been
2-0.
seen. All that util space taken. Gentlemen
either
can
team
breaks and look elsewhere because there was nothing on the other
loses a
side.
map, they're pretty much done.
Res available for the defense, that's why they went for this, but now 3 players spotted towards C. The speed up towards A from Team Liquid. Showstopper pop just to clear zone out the site. It's gonna be a 5 versus 5 retake.
Okay.
But we're gonna have one of these ultis unlocked.
Logan going down before even the rest of the teams here, maybe just trying to hold space towards CT, but that's given a nice little avenue of approach, and Kiko going to be happy to take that scalp. Gentlemen now need a lot of clear. Kiko's not going to leave this smoke for a second or two. Wants to stick it out as long as he can. No reward.
Oh, and they get
the
the
res.
res.
Now it's
Hunter's
game back
Fury
on.
for the
Man
res.
advantage for Genomates until then. Yampi on the site. Finding 2. Controlling. Waiting for them to push through. Nats on the swing. It's all looking very solid for them. 3 still alive. They've got Yampi's ult to depend on, but he's not going to be passive about this. No, not by any means. Bears falls as he tries to take a step towards the site itself, and Logan forced to save here.
Very good reaction.
No
from
Viper,
Liquid going
don't
into A
ask.
site there,
Don't
speeding
ask
up.
what's going
It
on.
looked like they were trying to go towards B. I don't know if the plan was to
I mean, if I
end
was
B,
mates here,
or if it was,
what would I
let's
say?
go
I'd
towards
say
B. We're going to expect Gentlemates to show their hand, either A or C.
Yep.
And once they do that, boom, we have an instant reaction. We're kind of like ready to pivot. But great.
I'd say try and again
Doesn't mind
when you're
here.
playing
Once
against
Kiko
no
got that first
Viper.
opening kill, ping the dead body. Sova's ready with Hunter's Fury after he gets the plant with the spike, and then they just
When you're
beam
playing
that
against
down
no
and
Viper.
continually put the pressure on.
Yep.
Yampi in their face, Kiko in their face.
Yeah, starting
I'd
to see
say
Liquid
make them
warming up to
retake.
this one a little bit on the other side.
I'd go
Broken
heavy at
purchase for
control against no
Gentlemates.
Viper comps because it
couple
just
of ults
becomes
starting to
quite
become very
obvious
close.
when they're
Takax
gonna
almost has his, but
counter
quite so
retake
far
against you.
from
Right,
him.
there is no
Not able
like
to get that
silent
through super
reclear
early.
retakes. There's only
Looks like
the
he's trying to
noisy
build
ones.
towards it now. Information found. It's looking like
But then
C
again,
is
you
on
have
the
no
menu.
Viper, so it's tough to get out
So,
of this.
gonna try and play him in. Clear any of that util en route. And Kiko gonna be happy for that gift over towards the C site.
No, I
All
do
looking
like
ready.
that. I honestly
Now,
am
ult-wise,
surprised
what do we
somewhat.
have
I
for
know
this
obviously the
retake
fade
here?
is good
What does Gentlemates have?
on this
they've got
map,
the
but I
rocket,
do
they've got the
think you
information
could
from
go
Logan,
in with the normal
B,
comp
but
with a
they need to go
Sova,
now.
just
Let's
thinking
look at
about
retake coming in, the tank.
just about
Good
gets the
connection,
spike down.
Takax on the follow-up. Now it's getting a little
Just
bit
to
dangerous.
destroy
Mystic trying to
Killjoy
get ahead of this,
and
trying to
Cypher.
utilize the
It's
ult that
out.
was sent through, but Beaz pushes him away.
Yeah, they have
Now
gone for this
Yampi and
long
Nats,
flank
the
again.
positioning again, you're talking about those
Oh.
lurks. Now, with the tank down, this changes the dynamic. Yampi's on the site here. He's going to be spotted, but he's doing the dance. This guy, he's got moves. Yampi does get found, but do they expect this? Nats, his position, that late lurk has worked wonderfully, but oh my god, that TP was, what? Nats! Just nasty with it. The Red Bull
Oh
clutch
my
twice
goodness.
now. Giving them the rounds. That TP got me questioning things, but still, Liquid come away now, 3 in a row, looking very solid.
Nats is on 9 kills right now. I think 6 of them are from 2 different clutches.
Yep.
So doing a big job for these guys. I mean, Liquid,
Yeah, two
they got bailed out by
1v3s.
Nats. They're lucky that they have a player that good on the team. I like the idea of the breach ulti for the re-exec onto the site, knowing that all the enemies are going to be close and kind of stunned, but the execution of it was sloppy.
Dangerous there, didn't it?
Yeah. Bears now
No,
with his
they
own
have an
Rolling
ult
Thunder in the
advantage, but
1-3-1. They can pivot and fight.
Yeah, maybe just trying to keep him close to the action if necessary, right? You want him to be able to influence the outcome of the round, but Liquid making no subtleties of this. Straight towards A, and there's 4 players from Gentlemates here. Bayaz wants this one. That could be very good. It's going to be on Nats again to keep him safe, right? Oh, he's been affected too. I thought he was going to be the one to alleviate the pressure, but actually it's just stalled out. Liquid suffer no casualties. Takas the only one to connect here with that paint shell coming in, and actually does a lot of damage. But look who's still here. Vintage Nats coming in. Information free flowing. It's just going to be a brawl. Wall's still in play. They can't really break through this until then. Oh, and they go ahead of it. Big Trey. This is just a sloppy battle between the two. Mystic gonna have to go clutch.
What else did you expect, Pansy? A bit of a
but 3 players towards that B side.
pure chaos round.
Spike is not in hand, and they're already starting to consider it. Logan on the case. Mystic. First step takes a lot of damage for this though.
Go to see if he wants.
He has his TP. He's got 40 seconds.
Oh, they fully
and these two aren't going to be moving
Spike.
away from each other, surely.
They have to stick shoulder to shoulder with each other. Have good spacing, but I like this. They're allowing Mystic to move around the map and do whatever he wants. He has to collect that spike and plan.
Well, that's a one fight. That's an individual. Oh my god! Oh my god! Bayaz, you are a lucky boy.
What the hell?
Yeah, lucky boy today. Bloody hell! He didn't even know how close he was to that falling apart.
So that breach ult, I mean, that breach ult literally hit all of them.
I think he clicks in his head. Wait a minute, that came from my left. That was the best round that we've seen from Gentlemates so far, though, and I think part of the reason for it was that it was a reactive play. They waited for Liquid to show their hand, be in a position that they're kind of compromised, and then they hit. They didn't try to go too fast, too hard, and too early.
Now, looks like the switch up here. I feel like they're falling back into the trap, but I don't mind they're keeping the 3 players towards the B side at least, rather than doing it on the extremities, because they can pivot easier.
Yep.
But still, this is Liquid team so ready for this now. Maybe understanding this has been something that Gentlemates wanted to do. This kind of like pressure point, putting bodies behind it. But what do they assume that Liquid are up to here? They haven't seen a lot yet. And the utility's been burned, but there's no bodies behind it yet.
Like, because even if they push Heaven and they end up here, that camera doesn't see them.
Gentlemates. We haven't really seen Natank even like playing with his team. I know traditionally with like on Phoenix, he's kind of like
it's very bizarre
sort of thing. But we haven't seen any creativity out of the walls yet. It's all been saved for the retakes primarily.
Okay, the ult to nowhere.
Watching this
Interesting.
Now. Yeah. Creeping back towards C. The paranoia there.
Ultimate to nowhere.
The fear of God for Whalers. He's going
Band
down.
name?
C-side open. I kind of like this Feign again, maybe kind of really playing
Probably
with the tempo
more
of the
of an
game
album
and the
name,
expectations of what Gentlemates
retake
have
camera,
cleared.
but for what?
Like, hit
again,
because C-side is a really well considered
what do
piece
they
now.
just never retake it? I get the only thing I can think of is you're trying to retake B, but like you know for sure that you're not coming from Heaven.
But again, this is looking
But even
really
then,
well
that doesn't
constructed.
really
This is a
help
very
you,
hard
because again,
retake.
if they just stand here, you still
You'd
can't see
imagine
them.
so, but they're trying to get closer here. They have so little to do.
Counter
in
Omenot,
this
but
one.
they've done it
They've got
twice.
Bayaz utility,
Before the Omenot
but
was even out.
Again, they're going to need more than
I know,
this.
a bit.
And Yampi's not allowing it.
I'm
They
just
still have
perplexed.
Enzo's utility. They
It's
still
not
have Yampi's
safe.
utility. Yeah, Takas cancelling
Oh,
on
they
that
go.
one. I felt like they could have cancelled that sooner, potentially.
They definitely could have canceled that. I wonder why they thought that it was a good idea to go for it. When you start bleeding out rounds like this, it's one of those things where it builds the pressure in your mind.
I guess it's because they want to sage wall. My guess is this, right? They're thinking we're gonna sage wall this, which then makes this a threat, but we can't be bothered to go and look at that.
I mean, we just saw it the round prior. That looked good. But what are we seeing on these rounds? It looks like they have the idea to go for the early fight.
So when we put the sage wall up, we'll have
like
the trip there and the camera there, but it feels like such a waste of your Cypher stuff.
And then they're just like all kind
Does
of all over
Liquid
the
good or
place.
Mates
Whalers,
bad?
he's alone on C site.
It's definitely not Mates good.
I think Liquid's doing a really good
Liquid's
job.
doing a
of just,
pretty
like,
decent job.
They're making their
You
game
know, they're
plan.
playing.
They're just like walking into it, and then they're just.
I mean, they have
doing
won
what
2
they're given.
1v3s.
Yeah, rather than like brawling
you know,
out
this
early
could be a
to
lot
pound what we
closer
saw
than
earlier, I
than
feel
it
like maybe
is.
that timeout was to discuss that because they've come back
But-
in really well equipped with how to deal
Holy
with
fuck, that guy
pressure
have a bow tie on?
potentially. But again, that could be something to have in the interview maybe, but you and Existence in the same mentality. A timeout is called. So time to discuss what the follow-up
Is that
steps
bow
are.
tie?
Because, as you said, if we talk through those options when we're talking about map control and kind of ticking the box of things that go well, you discussed that, right? You talk about, okay, taking some information via map control, taking space on the map, removing some options. So as you highlighted, Gentlemates are doing that. But it's the next
TLDR for Mike.
I think they're having an adjustment.
Both teams kind of need to win 2-0 to have any chance, Mike, really. It's quite simple, actually, here in EMEA. Liquid and Gentlemates have a realistic chance. They're
just
awesome.
wanted to ask if you knew if there was any difference in performance between Hyde Pilosens and Hyde Pilosens, assuming same MP.
Get to that in a second. Both teams kind of need to win 2-0, basically, to have an actual chance.
And it feels like the whole flow of everything.
There are some scenarios where they could do it if BBL FUT is extremely one-sided.
You don't have this. This is how you guys should approach things.
In most normal scenarios, they need to win 2-0.
Solo mission for now, maybe just to get that ult orb, yeah. That's been gathered. A little bit of a stall to come in.
I just wanted to ask if you notice any difference in performance between high DPI, low sense, and high... Did you mean low DPI, high sense for one of them? You just repeated yourself. Is that? I would. If your E DPI is the same, is it not just the same? I heard Ryan saying that Kang changed his. That ended up on the same DPI, but he changed his like sense and DPI.
Can he be the one to deny this? Oh my God,
He just snaps on him.
He takes Takas out like that.
Stinky but 69, thanks for the 16 months.
Yampy is still a treat to watch. I'd still see him around.
What even is the best use case for Sage on Lotus?
There's very little to be done
The
here.
best use case for Sage on Lotus.
The moment looking really good. Liquid.
Look, I'm happy to see that Liquid looks solid here because I still feel like
you actually see a lot of Sages on A.
Who was it
I guess so that they can slow here at the start. Right, look, let's go through it. Right, the slow at the start of a round here on A ain't that bad. Right, like a slow out here is like a nice bit of util to use for this A fight. Right, because yeah, an Omen can get past, yeah, Raze can get past, but the team can't get past a slow. Right, a slow will slow them down.
You can't blame a man for trying. And actually, the only other threat now is Enzo.
So that's good. This wall here on A
at this point. But again, I don't want to go off pure recency bias.
It's okay, but I don't think it's necessarily amazing.
Had a very up and down season, some good results.
You could put a Sage on C, and in which case, like a Sage on... Again, the slows in towards tree and stuff are, again, decent.
I think this is the first time we're seeing another team really understand what they're trying to achieve here and what they're approaching with. But it's a process for Gentlemates. They are the team that came up from that Ascension, victory. So it's like I don't expect them to have the full
like we'll see it in this
of what
fight.
this roster's meant
Hopefully
to do
we'll see
yet,
a
or
Sage
the
slow.
capability of this comp yet. But I want to see more
Slow out
tangibles
here.
out of this game, and it looks like aggression was the response, and it's not gone well. A great deal of ults invested. A little
Now
bit
on
of
the
stall
tech
here,
side,
but
the
once
Sage
again
I think
left
is
a little
quite
stranded.
good.
They have to peel away from this.
It's like every decision Gentlemates does right now is...
Because on the tech side, like, you can often get to a site, if you play the map well and, like, fake them out well on Lotus, you can often get the spike down, sometimes without needing a ton of util, so if you can get a Sage wall up, then your post ban is really good.
Make a mistake.
Right.
And right now, I mean,
So,
talking about Gentlemates and the adjustments they made, changing their composition and the trajectory that we've
especially
seen
for like a B
Team Liquid
plant,
in
right?
a
Because
similar
often
vein,
these retakes
they
on B,
were,
let's say we come to
looking
B,
not great
this
during
round's
kickoff, and they've looked a lot better
probably
in some moments.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
and the follow-up as well. Enzo,
Okay.
not gonna happen.
Yeah, this round's over, as I was saying.
Clean.
Honestly, I thought it was a 5v3.
It's anyone's game still.
Yeah, look.
It's early
On a
enough.
tech side,
Anything
particularly
can
for these
happen.
B
If
plants,
they get a buffer, if
you'll
they,
often
get a
find
couple more
retakes that,
rounds,
do
sure.
look like this.
I guess those reclears just not as competent
Sometimes
as we
even
would
a
have liked
flank,
it. So it's
or,
on Mystic and
someone
Kiko
coming
to
in
do
from
something with this,
seed
but
mound.
a
Right, so what that means is
with
when
a
you're on a
res
B
in hand,
post plant,
not easy.
walling off one side, well, this
Now,
just might be one guy.
No fair
So he's going to
fight
have to
really
destroy that
gonna
wall
get
on
in
his
this
own. It's going to take
instance.
him
It
ages.
looks like Kiko's trying to sell
Right, it's not like you're going to
fairy
run into
tale
5
that,
people.
"Oh, we're definitely not this B side. We're definitely not going towards A. I promise you, you should rotate.
10 seconds
Bayaz,
left.
don't watch
One
this.
enemy
Oh yeah, Bayaz and Whalers, they're not falling for it. That's 3
Okay.
for Gentlemates.
And now that round, they
It's a
just played full
little
C
bit of room
retake
here.
there. Bit of a
But that's
gamble
exactly
from
what I was talking
Gentlemates, which
about,
is
right?
something they
You
do
get an
quite a bit.
op-up is kind of the idea I had because
Yeah.
Team Liquid in like the second phase.
Smart
after
goal
the
lanes into
first,
B, but that is how a B
lane,
retake often
duel,
happens, right?
whatever,
You will
so
get like,
teleport, dart,
oh,
whatever,
2
they're
people are
always
coming
a
in
shift walking around
from
to the
Hobbit.
next
You've
spot.
got someone
And
coming in
over
from
here,
Heaven.
we
One
have
person,
Logan
one
getting
person's
an
coming in
aggressive
from
position.
C
Liquid
Mound.
walks
One
into
person's
him.
coming
You
in
can see if we
from
get 3
Waterfall. Like,
clean shots.
you will get that is
Op
what a
would
B
do
retake
something very similar,
often will look
and
like.
disrupt Team Liquid's
So Sage Wall
second
just means
phase
that like
flow
one of
everything
them
as they're
just gets
walking
fucked,
around with the information.
and you can just focus hard on the others.
And we have it. Takas has one now.
As if they're listening to you. It's almost like you know this, Josh. It's weird.
Okay, they use the op, and again,
Almost
op
understand
here,
this game.
right? Again, against no Viper. Against Viper, you'd be like, what are you doing? You're
It's
useless,
just on the cusp,
right?
you know?
This
And
is
it
a
does
useless
allow for a
spot.
little
With
bit
an
more
op
freedom.
now
I
against
don't say
this,
freedom, but like
this is a
safety
power
and keeping it as
position
one
now.
player to hold this down as well. Like Takas can just kind
right?
of play
Doesn't
this
see the
out.
camera.
Doesn't need to be in a hurry about it. It's
Has a
big
good angle.
amount of presence
They can
behind it
stack
too,
the
so
other side of the
you
map.
can just kind of hold this.
This
and
is
wait.
like a very
Attack's on
good
their side.
counter
Gentlemen
to
don't
this.
have to make all the moves here.
Because the thing
What
is,
it
this
does,
guy's
though,
gonna
is it
drone from
allows
back
the
here.
setup
You
to
know
breach
that.
with a stun ready
If they give this up early, so
for this
he's
entire siege
probably
choke.
not gonna see you. Right?
Once
You
Enzo
don't
sees
have to
nothing on
dip
his
that
drone
long.
Here, he's gonna think, hey, maybe they're playing a retake A, maybe it's a C setup.
Now
Liquid
Sage
might
Wall
do a
comes up B
rotation
as
all the way
well
back
with
to A on
50
that,
seconds
but
left.
Again,
They
the
don't
op's
hear
up,
it.
and that's gonna be a freebie, especially if Enzo starts walking up before his
So
teammates are able to
as
get
soon
there.
as
But
this
it
guy
looks like
takes
he's
contact-
biding his time. He's not freaking out.
Okay, let's
The other
see.
thing is, this
See
guy
how
can't
he
really
does here.
leave
This is a really
because they
good
might still do a C
solution.
hit. But now he's seen no one
OTP
C.
from the
These
defense,
guys
they're gonna know.
There it is.
probably
That's
coming
lovely.
out
Takas,
towards A.
There's the reward. Doesn't need to outstay as well.
There's
But
your
here they've
free
got
kill.
the man advantage. They can
30
fall back
seconds
from
left.
this. Maybe find a new angle, hold a new bit of space.
Now
But
you
now it
got
kind of
the A
falls on the rest of his
retake.
teammates to try and step up to
In
the
a
plate here.
5v4.
So already
Still two
smoke goes
slows.
up towards CT side. Plant going to come in, but the four of them, how do they handle this? Yampi
Oh.
getting curious. He's very nearby.
Only one guy have
Plant's
him.
in.
Feels like
You can already see that pressure. Yeah, stunned
risk.
up, and here it comes. Already out through by stairs. Enzo's going to catch one. Rez comes in. They now know there's more. Enzo on the double dip there. Going
They
back
got him
through.
again.
Find Whalers again. You don't get a second chance of life. This is...
Oh.
No. Nats saves him. Enzo gets another breath for a moment.
Hello.
Oh, he's in so much danger. Bye-bye,
okay.
Enzo.
We use the Razel.
And Gentlemates have found
Maybe a little
the
overcommit, but
solution.
it's
They
fine.
found what they needed.
They cracked the
Now again,
code.
I'd be
Yes,
playing
sir.
here
Taking
again
the
if I was
page
this
out of
raised.
Koi's book, just
Getting this
solidifying
guy to
that
shoot the
defense.
door for you,
So,
or just
I mean,
having the
great
Sage shoot the door
reaction
for you at
there.
the start.
Getting that op up is definitely the key to success against Liquid. I wonder in this last
No, I
round
won't be
if
watching the Sen
Liquid's
game
going to
later
be able to
because
identify, hey, they have
it
the
starts
op
at
up,
1 a.m.
instead of doing,
and
like, slow second
the
stage,
Pacific
hitting it around,
playoffs
like,
are
between
like the
1
actual
minute,
games
40
to qualify
seconds,
for
if they're actually
Shanghai
gonna
are
speed
tomorrow.
up and do something either through
So,
B really aggressively, or if they're going to do something.
I'm prioritizing the games that
speeding up and they're not
matter.
trying to, like, walk around too much.
He does have a bow tie on. Oh, they are ready to go out. They are literally ready to hit the
If you
town.
don't
We
a
have
really
2
aggressive
buckies.
start, just to update you, if you were wondering, do you remember I said about those permutations, the ways that this can go differently? One of those is that if Team Liquid wins 10 rounds, Heretics qualifies to playoffs. And because, you know, we've got 7 on the board, we're getting a little close to that. Thank God there are smarter people than me explaining what this is, because I have no idea. However, early contact towards B. Not much intent yet behind it, but I'm looking to see if this gets set in motion, how well the tank deals with what's on the other side. He also has a support in the form of Bayas.
I mean, as soon as you hear this flash, Wall's
yeah,
gonna
here it
go up.
comes, timing
Kiko
a
gets
lot
on it
here.
on his own.
Kiko! He's got it, yeah. The tank's gone down and it's now game on. The rest of them trying to come on through, but he's
Did
still
he
going to hold
miss
them
it?
back.
Did
Kiko
they only have
doing
to
his
break
best work
one?
here. That's just a jumping Mystic.
Oh,
What is this?
that's
Both teams scrapping it out on
that's,
B.
what
Plant is in
the
there.
hell was
Takat's
that?
going to struggle now,
Oh.
the double swing, and he's being chased down. They want him dead. Logan going to try and counter that in some way. Takas does find his man, but now a 1v2 ain't going to be easy.
There's a nade.
Points off a Vandal.
Nice
Finds up a
reposition by
chance. He's
Enzo
got his
though.
pain shot. That's
Although maybe
perfect. Enzo forced to peek, but he finds
Okay,
the
Liquid
shot.
get to 8.
Okay, Liquid claimed the last in the first half.
Great reaction from Team Liquid though, knowing that
And against the Sage, you would think,
buy
like,
that they
against the
have isn't
Sage with a
greatest,
Cypher triple
knowing
there, like,
that Takas
oh,
has
they're
the
in
op,
trouble.
It means, what are we going to do? Well, the op's most likely going to be A or C, holding
Like,
a deep line. Let's
not
try to
through
go
it.
B and try to make something explosive out of it. And that was the perfect decision to make
Two
to
more?
take them out there. With the
What are
Bucky
you, all
going in on
Heretics
the
fans?
entry, right over the top side. You can, not looking the most comfortable on Sage, but I guess we're going to have to see on the attack side here how they've cooked things up.
4 rounds.
Happened to Wolves, you don't want to
4
know.
rounds to play with. A lot of pressure as well. Again,
We're in
Just
shambles.
saying 2.
yeah.
Just get 2 more.
Just 2 more. 2 more rounds, please.
Oh,
It
what's
is
this on
wild.
the
Again,
screen?
we're
They're
into
copying
these sort of
China?
scenarios where so much is resting on each other. We are back into game here, so we can jump into that and turn the music down and start focusing on the match itself. Already, smoke's gonna be
So,
going up.
mates,
If you're just
I mean,
tuning
they
in,
do
we'll now
need
be
this, because
Gentlemen's
again,
force
their
on
best
the
chance of
attacking
winning
side.
is
They claim
not
4.
letting Liquid have 10
Now
rounds.
looking to obviously close the gap to
boy.
Liquid's A. Enzo, what are you up
That is
to?
not worth it.
Oh man, Takas will take it happily.
So they
You
just
know,
pause
he'll
for
be
20
chuffed with
and
that one.
I mean,
Yampi
you know where he
now,
is.
but in a
Maybe.
very
Oh.
precarious situation, and he's just mowing them down. That's two.
Mystic
on the
through
third.
as well.
That is what you needed to make up for what was a little bit of a fumble here, but the tank's going to have to go nuclear. There's a lot to do here. And he's not going to get it. Nats ain't losing that. That's 9.
Do they force?
Now, one more round, and Heretics will at least qualify to playoffs. Now, bigger picture, obviously Liquid aren't thinking about that, neither are Gentlemates, but we have to remind ourselves of it. So the next round is pretty critical, actually.
I actually like that sound. That death from Enzo kind of set Yumpy up there. I was getting a little bit nervous. Like, this is the best person that you want to have in that situation with a breach with a stun. I'm surprised Gentlemates, after they got that kill on Enzo, didn't speed up. One guy opening the door and going through the tree by himself, and everyone else going through the site. Because if you kill a person that's out in the open like that, no trades, you expect that to be open. Why go the slow way?
Yeah. They're not making the most of what they had at the start there, but Tapcast.
Okay.
Oh, the answer back from Kiko, though. Lovely from him. The tank going to be punished.
I didn't see Nats cross.
Now 4-4.
Who's next?
They don't have any reclear ability. They don't have any fucking
camera bait
reclear
set him up
ability,
for
man.
this
What the
lurk.
fuck
Does he
is
get
this called?
cleared?
He's getting played in, and I love that. They still try and check on him, but there's support there, right? Look at the rotation. Yampy got there quick. He's got to get out to the
aggro.
He disagrees. He's going to play forward. He's going to be flashed into this. Maybe a little too audacious, and it is a 2v3, but it is only classics. Logan. No. Logan. He got spotted in the end. A little bit of chip damage. Yampy. Lovely. Liquid looking
Luckily
confident.
that Yampy hit
It's
that
looking
shot.
like that 10's coming through. Enzo is toying with his dinner here. And Logan's getting no fun from this.
I think he's getting toyed with a little bit.
Here we go. Bye-bye. Oh,
That's
he's
Heretics.
making sure. He's making sure. 10 rounds for Liquid. So, bigger picture here. Talking
I mean,
outside of this matchup alone, because this is all about
I mean, so I
qualifying.
guess they've got
It's
a
all about
comp
getting
here,
to those
Gentlemates.
playoffs.
I don't get it. It's kind of similar to
Nice
Loud in
start
a way,
there.
like.
This locks in Heretics to qualify to playoffs. This instance right now. I don't understand it, don't know how it happens, but it has. Outside of that, though, we focus back towards the game here, because we're going to have the bonus. The first gun round coming out from
Why
Gentlemates.
Pacific so ahead in schedule? Pacific having a break in their playoffs, no one else is. So Pacific, we have games tomorrow, and then we have games the next day. But for the lower finals and upper finals of Pacific, they're having a break in between, which I don't really get to. I mean, I get it in a sense, but I don't really understand it because those aren't the qualification games, so it's not even like the most important games. But I guess they might want to make the grand final a big thing in Pacific, I
like
guess.
the idea that he was trying to thread the needle, maybe noting so much of that presence.
So they played more regular season games in 4 weeks.
Job done, but I mean, it's not just a singular attempt, is it? We've still got 2 more willing to take up the mantle.
10-4 up, bonus round. Why not go aggressive? Enzo's up next. I don't like how they're just doing it like one at a time. I think holding this A setup would be really good because that flank's going to be amazing. The smoke giving it away as well. This is going to be really not good for Gentlemates. They don't know it, but they could easily get...
Oh, did you not hear it?
Yep, let's see that flank though. Nat still has to keep a
You
little
have
bit
to
of
live.
presence here, right? Because otherwise they might
I
just
want to
walk through
live.
CT.
Oh.
See how much damage, Kiko, beautiful! And even gets out of danger. Gonna be stunned up this time, gets closed
It's
down.
all
Couldn't quite
close.
make it out of there in time. And Gentlemates want
Or
to
you
try and
just
find
missed.
some safety because it feels dangerous. The rifle upgrade too for Enzo. Fantastic! And now wants to get a follow-up as well. Bayaz isolated and alone. Needs to slow the roll a little here.
They're
He's
gonna
got
open the
teammates.
door,
They're
they're
on the
gonna-
way. Door's stuck. Rifle back in now. 2 rifles. Do they continue on this? This is a nice little amount that they've managed to garner, but they're close to this. They forced them away here.
That's well to
This is
live.
uncomfortable now for Gentlemates, but great from Whalers. Mystic now last man alive in a 1v2. And Gentlemates want to hold on to this one. Time's starting to tick here. And Mystic. Oh!
No way.
Oh my God, Mystic.
No way.
Okay, now they have plot armor too.
Yeah, that's that golden path, right? The golden path that Liquid is walking. It just seems fated. How the hell are you swinging that and getting both?
We saw a wide swing like that yesterday as well, and it did not pay off.
Yeah.
It was just like, gotta go wide, make them miss their first bullets. But it actually works out here. The Outlaws in full force as well. There you go.
11-4 now. This
Okay.
is frustrating for Gentlemates.
GG. They're just
Not
gonna
getting
what
the game
do
they
a full
wanted here.
exec, and I mean
They've
that
shown
was
a
a
lot of potential, but
5v4,
they
it's a
just feel
2v1.
uncomfortable in this now.
Even when it was a 3v3 and they were all
yeah.
there, like.
Gonna spot him out. Know what's on the other side. Takas trying to test that B site. Is there intent behind this? Not anymore. Pivoting away.
I think once
Deep camera towards
he sees
C.
nothing
Here's
on
a
his
lot
drone,
of
he
them.
might go grab that
Drone
orb and
sees
he'll
no
have
one
his
on A.
ulti, the Hunter's Fury from Enzo, that could be devastating, but he's
Again,
just
the
running
C
off.
hold isn't amazing here.
I think he's going for it now. Yeah, I think he's just remembered that that is available. So that's going to be, yeah, happy for him on that front. But for Gentlemates, they look like they're going to get a plant, right? Oh my god. A bit of spam there. Almost caught Nats through the smoke, but still, plant's going to be come through. Going to be drawing out that utility. Hunter's Fury. Burning it early. And see the rocket used as well. Kiko actually
Used Razor
up on
kind
this
of
one.
early.
Tackle's trying to control towards CT, but Liquid,
Egglet.
they're chomping at the bit here. They're just
Egglet,
trying to claw
Egglet.
away at them.
One of
Not
them.
going to come through.
Could do it in a
Now they've
second.
got to commit. Takas, nice towards Yampi. Do they get a follow-up? Do they keep the man advantage? Kiko being really tested here, but it's great from Gentlemates.
So the Nats
Mystic
off.
falls. Takas does go down. Hold on, what is this? Liquid.
Oh
what is
my
this?
god, there's no
Just
fucking
clean
way they
house.
lost another 5v3.
Gentlemates just fold like cards.
Oh, number one, Joshi gave us gifted sub to
I don't know how they
Egglet.
just
It's like
swept that.
one of those like admin check his PC moments or so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, the retakes from Team Liquid right now, like we saw
Liquid
this
gonna
when they played
qual,
against
let's
Navi as
go.
well, just like these miraculous retakes and 1v3s constantly, and we've seen them getting all these here as well.
So yeah, they've won
So
two
they're doing something
1v3s.
right. And I feel like Team
That
Liquid's one of
1v2
those teams
from
that if they're able to
Mystic.
catch this momentum,
Was that a
it's
1v3?
looking not great. Gentlemates,
The
they
hell is
haven't
that?
looked like they've been out of their depth completely. Obviously, this being Team Liquid's map pick here kind of makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
You
we're
just
seeing a
can't
good
lose.
game,
They
right?
just
We're
can't
seeing
lose.
Nats firing on all cylinders. Kiko's having a really good performance.
be
with
off
some
the
really
Kiko.
big moments from Yami. Basically,
I think it started with
Mystic,
the last round,
that
but
1v2 at the end there.
that's it at the
Every
end.
single player
That's with the
is finding
super
a bit of
deep
form,
trip.
right? So this is really difficult for Gentlemates. As if we're talking overall, oh my god, Enzo.
They're trying to play like a
Oh,
trap
you don't
playoff.
know it, but Takas could have killed you. For now, though, he's going to have to fall away, neither knowing the damage that could have been done. And this is a tense scenario now.
There.
Kiko.
Fortunately for them, Gentlemates are
Logan,
going
just
A,
crouch
but they
into
find the
it.
first kill.
That's a comfy pickup for him. Enzo feeling the pressure, but going to decide to back away from the side.
5 versus 4, and with how good they are, the retakes, they have everything they need. The Cypher hat's going to come on the body right now, soon, maybe. There he goes.
It is.
With that full info, they're going to come in with the retake, breach, full abilities, paint shells, dart, paranoia, smokes,
It's
6
everything.
consoles.
It's everything. They got to try and stop this. Maybe by starting early, right? Bayers
Oh, they
maybe
got
the
a
tank.
kill?
Oh no, Takas has fallen. It's all going wrong. Kiko
Okay,
in the
GG.
headline, joined by Enzo and Whalers. Crumbles.
GG, big win for
This has been
Liquid.
decisive. This
Again, round's not as big a deal for them. Although there is some strange world now that they got, what, +9? So now they're on -12. Yeah, BBL's round difference would have to tank massively here, really. But there is a world. We are definitely, by the way, heading for the everyone finishes 3-3 group. We are definitely heading in that direction. Everyone 3-3. It's happening. Now, FUT could do their Turkish brethren a helping hand, because FUT just need to win any score, right? If they win 2-1, they end 9-4. They still are better than Navi, right? So they just need any score, any win will get FUT the first seed. So maybe they do their little Turkish friends a helping hand, win map 1, make a little shake hands agreement. We'll win. You give us the win 2-1. We both make playoffs. Clever. I'm not saying that is true. But in theory, if they did, the 2-1 would, I mean, BBL do still want to win because they can finish top, right? So BBL want to win because they get the first seed if they win. Isn't that illegal? Oh, yes, 100% that is illegal. And if Riot ever actually, saw them doing that, then they would get probably expelled from the league, I would have thought. But yeah, it is what it is. But okay, Heretics are in playoffs. Gentlemates are I think they might be mathematically eliminated now, to be honest. Well, I guess not quite, but what, they're on -15.
Clean and easy.
They're on
Check through city chat.
+28. Okay, if Gentlemates lose 3 rounds, they're done. Oh no, wait, they're done. What am I talking about? I was thinking it was 46 for a second. Why? We're playing to 23 in my head. They're already out. Oh yeah, 4 and 5. Yeah, they're already gone. You're done. It's not even round diff. It's map diff. I forgot they lost a map. Okay, Gentlemates, you're done. You're out. See you later. These are the 3 playoff teams from this group, which is good because these are the 3 best teams. Calming Core and Fnatic are through, which is probably good because they're probably 2 of the better teams. Calming Core might get a bye here if BBL lose, which would be interesting. The all 3 and 3 group is definitely on. What shall we do? I'm not watching any other games today, so I guess I'll do connections. Hopefully it's not as bad as the one before was. Right. Garage, Shed. Yard. I think it could be garage sale, yard sale, clearance sale. And what's the other one? Bake sale? One away? It has to be those 3. It's not bake. Drop sale. Bar sale. Lose sale. Foot sale. Club sale. Bake sale. Is that not a thing? A bake sale? Foot sale? Sample sale? It has to be these 3. What's the other one? Does anyone actually know? Selling foot. Some of you are saying sample. Some of you are saying foot. What the fuck is a foot sale? I thought it was bake because that's the obvious one. What the fuck is this? Yeah, well, it's not sample. If it's not foot, I'm gonna be mad. That's not even one away. What? So it's this? No yard? Well, it's a yard sale. What? That's a thing. I'm not making that up, am I? Yes, but yard goes with other stuff. Well, then that's shit, isn't it? Don't fucking make something that can be multiple. Fuck that. Right. I've got one mistake left. Well, yeah, is it just measurements? Is it that? Just measurements? I'm pretty sure. Okay. And then what? We've got... Well, this is easy. Well, it's just disco, lounge, bar, club, surely, and then, yeah. And then this is just to get rid of something. Okay, other than that, I mean, I should have just fucking... These were easy if I just didn't start with that one. But I started with the hardest one by far.
He doesn't know. How would he ever know? Snowflake, snowflake, snowflake.
Why am I getting called a snowflake?
Makes it a lot more difficult for Natang to even have that opportunity to be a bit more aggressive because of how much more danger.
I'm too excited.
I know you're here
Fathom
for the
as a
plot
unit?
twist. You're here for all of that ensue.
Yeah.
But when you're also then looking over towards Team Liquid, I think we talked a lot about their team identity as a whole and the fact that that was something that they struggled with. But what was the big highlight for them was always these individual performances.
Yeah, and we talked about Nats already before the game even started. He was so vocal. He was
A yard sale is a thing. It's a sample sale just giving you samples of shit.
Talking the most,
man, but because I think that he had a
Is that what that is?
read. I think that he was getting a lot of info with the Cypher
Or is it something
on what
else?
to do and how they were moving.
A yard sale is just a garage sale. Yeah, but it's a thing that people have said.
That he is in such good.
I understand they are the same
because
thing. I get that. I get that the activity that you are doing is the same. But when we're talking about connections of words,
the Viper player on other maps, but
it is a word that
there was
people
always
have
a bit
used.
of a disconnect with the remainder of the team. It seems like the communication was much better this time.
Yeah, and before we head to map 2, let's take a look at
What's on
Logan
Nats?
in
Nats
the
is
AIM
good.
Labs warm-up because he could still be the one that has the opportunity to disrupt everything. But the thing is, from the way the Mystic was talking in that comm clip and the way that he's shooting, this is personal to them.
I mean, totally, right? And especially with the performance that they had on the first map, I want to know how much they knew about what Gentlemates was going to do, if they expected this change in the composition. Also, maybe looking back, it was a mistake to be starting on the defense on that map.
Is Fnatic qualified?
Just
Yes.
at the end of it, maybe put in the operator and Takas has a good performance. But Logan is
It's
the kind of
only
player that
between
really
Liquid
needs
and
to
BBL
step up
now.
because he had a couple very good rounds.
He did,
Everyone
and
is qualified
I think what's
apart
a bit
from
difficult
Liquid and
also
BBL.
about the fact that they
Or
did
not
choose to
qualified.
start on defense. I think it does lean into obviously the agent composition that we saw coming out from Gentlemates. But ultimately, even though you have that stage to block off those lanes, you shoot down that wall. We saw how Liquid was disrespecting the space it was trying to take.
Kiko just jumping, just satchling over, going with the bucket. Like he didn't care. Like they were so.
Please
ready
get
for it.
BBL
And
in. I
it
need an
makes me
easy
think
playoff
about
game.
what is going to
You think that
happen with
BBL are the
Icebox now,
easier
because
game?
we've seen different
I think if you're a
compositions
Fnatic
from
fan,
the
you're
teams.
rooting for
And the
Liquid.
same way the Team Liquid picked that
Am I
Lotus
wrong?
maybe to be a surprise and to have something very, very ready. Why has Gentlemates decided to go for a map that has been actually looking pretty good for Liquid?
I mean, if this is not where we get the tank on the wall, my brain is gonna explode. I mean, this is where they don't do that, and Ash, that seems so weird to me, considering this guy just been playing Sage and only Sage.
I mean, we saw him hiding behind the wall on Lotus, and I think that's where some of the differences
You can
were
hide
made.
behind the wall on Icebox.
You can, you can.
Yes,
But
you
we saw
should.
him on the
Yes.
wall more frequently on Icebox in that matchup against Giant X, and I think that Icebox.
Yeah,
also
if
gives
I
that
was
opportunity
Fnatic
for
fan,
him to
I'm
be a lot more aggressive in that
thinking
kind of
give me
sense,
give me
because when you're looking
Team
at the
Liquid,
difference
honestly.
between Lotus and Icebox,
Like
it's just
I think Team Liquid are more
you just don't
consistent,
have the same opportunity to take those
but
risks
BBL are
on
much
because
like
of,
BBL on a
rotations
good
that you
day
have to worry
are
about.
better than Liquid
Yeah, I
on
know
a
that
good
the
day.
preparation is also very important, right? We're talking about them, both of the teams showing off different compositions, right? Gentlemates
No,
decided to...
Fnatic
well,
have
they
already
started with the
qualified.
classic
It
ones, right? With the
doesn't
vanilla
matter about
from
Fnatic.
Icebox, and now they're going for the one without the duelist, with the double initiator, very, very strong, the KO and the Gecko. If they're able to replicate what they've done in the past, could be very, very strong. On the other side, we see a Team Liquid that's actually betting on the Harbor recently, combining it also with the Gecko or maybe with the Sova. For comfort, I would personally put Enzo on the Sova. I think that his performance is always brilliant.
Yeah, Fnatic made the first seed, no.
Enzo for qualifying.
The only first
By the way,
seeds
because-
are
A
coming
yard
from
sale
BBL.
is like a garage sale, but for grandmas that can't fit everything they're selling into a garage.
On this side, but for Gentlemates though, it just
Does it have to be a
feels like
grandma?
the usual suspects, Ash, that always show up. They're always so clutch in those moments where
Pacific
a bit
teams
flat
play
on
later.
Lotus.
I think that's what's
The games tomorrow,
difficult
or at
when
least
you
tomorrow
look
for
at
me,
almost
for Pacific,
the
are
gimmicky style of compositions that you
it
see
starts with
Gentlemates
T1
running. They
Gen
run
G,
comps that nobody
and then
else
Paper X
tends to do,
DRX,
relying
and
on
that's
that
to
Sage and that
qualify
Phoenix
for
pick,
Shanghai.
And it's it's a dangerous game to play because if you're not able to put up those numbers, find success in a lot of these
if
duels,
Liquid lose a map,
the
then
comp itself tends to fall flat compared to what's typically meta.
And watch out, right? Because Team Liquid,
Liquid
is also
lose a
going to
map,
be
then
starting on
the next game
here,
is just
right?
straight up for first
Two
seed.
maps, you're starting on the attack.
Winner
you
takes
have the
first
upper hand
seed.
to decide how
There's
fast and the pace of the rounds. And especially since they were so good at shutting down every single attempt that the Gentlemates had on to being a little bit more aggressive, taking a little bit more of the map. If they're able to replicate that, plus we have a Nats that is covering the flank and it's impossible to get through, they should have a very, very, let's say, easy first half.
I want to see Liquid now when they have a chance to close this out, dominantly. I don't want to see any kind of massive leads being thrown.
What the fuck is this?
Jesus Christ, God.
Oh my God, Yuppie on the chamber! What a day to be alive! Oh
It's
my
been a
God,
while. It's been a hot minute. It's been a
What
hot
the
minute
fuck
since
is
we've seen
this?
that. You are going to get Enzo on this over. They did listen to you there.
Who cares about Enzo on this?
I care. It's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing
Throwing?
that makes sense. I care.
If I'm Gentlemates,
I'm pretty worried about this in a way because Kiko, I feel
What do
like
you
we
do
saw
about mid?
insane performances from him on the Jet here on Icebox, and a lot of that had to do with his ability
Like,
to
you
dash
can't
into
cover-
space, create a lot of space for the rest of the team on
Yeah,
those
they can play
entries,
Clo.
and the Reyna just doesn't have
like,
that
you
movement.
what?
Well,
Put
I
your
can't
trip
wait to
in
see this and
top
throw this
kitchen,
over
but
to your casters. Who
how do
knows
you
who
stop
else
the
is gonna get
A-look?
locked in on this map? Over to you, Lauren and Steel.
I'm confused, scared, and a little excited. How are you? What range of emotions? Where are you at seeing the? I don't know where to start. Well, Kiko on Reyna is one, but Yampi on
Counterbound, thanks for
where are
50
you on
bits.
this?
So I
Liquid
think the
needs to
reason why
win
they
this
chose
map
to
to
do this
qualify,
was
right?
because
There's a method to the
Why
madness.
there
troll?
has to be. Because why-
Well,
they didn't just
we'll
go
find
and just,
out
like,
whether
you know,
look,
spin away
picking
all
a
their
picking
points on that
a
junior
I'm not gonna say bad comp.
I think what happened is
You know, it's not
seeing them
bad
playing
comp,
this
like,
map
you know, they
before,
still
yes,
have,
there's
like,
gonna draw Gentlemates that might
things to
perform
do, but there are some
100%
questions that I have, but I'm not
But
gonna
then,
call
like,
it
you have this team
bad just
like,
yet. But there are
like,
advantages to
lurk and
playing
individual plays
surprise
and everything.
comps.
What better agents than Reyna and Chamber to do that on the attack?
I
being
mean,
able to split up
you're
and do
playing
this.
these two,
We
so
saw
you're
this
just
style
playing
work
to,
against them
like,
last map
we're
too.
just gonna diff them.
Maybe there's some method to this, but maybe.
Now, their
Gemini
attack
just
side
middle.
shouldn't be
Yeah, this is rotten.
too
Mark.
much of
If
an
Team Liquid
issue,
hold this
right? They
middle-
still
I mean,
have
they've just
a
heard the shots,
Sage
they're
to help them
definitely
plan.
not going to dismantle it now. Oh, okay, Beaz just wins the first fight, but the Headhunters in play. Yampi removing scalps and says, yeah, you can't have fun up here.
Party will be for nothing if they see it.
Goes with the 50 bits.
Yeah, to say the least, hard read there.
As a FNC fan, I'm both sad with this comp and happy because I want Liquid to go through, but I don't want Liquid in playoffs as an EU fan.
LMS.
Now, I found a new button on the, you know, where
There's
we
no
destroy
fucking way you're
Sliggy's
gonna
eight
use
counter
it.
wall, like what counter wall? Okay, well,
Sorry.
just wanted to. I'll show it after the replays potentially. No, Josh, you don't
Okay,
get
I
to do
see.
actual analysis. So we have a little telestrator thing here, and we found there's multiple buttons. There's the bald one. There's, you know, the little circly thing. There's a free draw option. I want to use the new one I found, and I hope I don't break it.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I see what you're going for.
Yes.
And it kind of reminds me. I'll say it after you do it then.
Okay. Well, look, I'm just gonna.
Party
you know,
will be
have
for
a-
nothing if they see
how do you feel
us.
about this so far? Let's just
Ooh.
look at that.
Liquid are on a
Incredible.
2023 EG arc.
I'm just so happy with myself. I found new buttons to press. Oh, yeah.
It'd be cool if they had the avatars like in Doom, where like they get like angrier and bloodier as
Oh,
like
yeah,
when
yeah,
they lose
oh my
health.
god,
and,
that'd
like,
be so good. Wait, can we graphics?
and then if they're like actually on fire, they start
Yeah, like
glowing and
glowing.
everything.
Yeah, that'd be so good. So we do have a very light reinvestment from Gentlemates. There's not much to it. There is Marshall, I guess, so or something. But the site's gonna be Liquids. This is gonna be a post
Number one, Joshy, thanks for the 50
Hard
bits.
to kind of control. You're already gonna have that.
Liquid are on the 2023
Vandal out for Yampi,
EGR.
Bulldog's
To be
still
fair,
there.
they had
It's
almost no
reforming
chance of
time
making the
until
playoffs, and
then.
every
Kiko
result
defeated
has
on
gone their
one.
way.
One Bulldog gone. Enzo could probably pick that up.
So in that sense,
Need
it is kind of
Quick
EGS.
recovery,
Will this
Yampi.
team win
He's
champs?
gonna have a
No.
sharp day. I'm
Absolutely
excited.
no.
And that is in just
No
kill
chance.
mode. They've switched him to kill, and he's away. Four
What happens if
standing.
Team Liquid win?
No
If Team Liquid
rifles
win
lost.
this, then if BBL lose 2-0, they will
I've been
play
watching Team
Fnatic.
Liquid throughout this
And
season.
Carmine Cole will get the
What
bye.
I've seen from them was when when it's just like one person alone that's on fire, that's playing well, that's hitting their shots individually, that's when the team has a lot of issues.
Thing is as well, you play the... Do you play the teams round of T1 or playing Gen G?
The timings looked
playing
good, and
DRX.
they were doing stuff together. And this is like one of those moments
where
where they look like they're doing stuff together, and everyone's on
No,
point.
they were in different groups. So you still, so your first game you play
like that.
against your own group, but then the second game you play against the other
Even though like last game Mystic had the
good.
lowest score line, he still had a lot of impact for the team.
Good, because I was worried we were going to get like Calming Call Fnatic and those teams wouldn't be that great. Oh.
He could be tipped for success. That's lovely. Finds Yampy and backs away. They don't need to overdo this. Kiko needs to slow his roll a little here. He's in a bit of trouble. Yeah, wall goes up. They're trying to stem the bleeding and slow this down. Enzo going to connect towards the tank though. Wall now cracked open. Do they continue on this pathing or do they
pushing
pivot?
B.
No, pop flash
We
for
solo
Bears.
flashed that.
Kiko got full health again off that too.
That's not what you wanted really. And Taka's trying to play above this wall. But still, yeah, Liquid looking just well-rounded and robust, and Logan just been put to his grave. Whaler's a mile away. He's gonna save that one. And again, when I look at this comp, it kind of almost feels, you know, a little bit almost like peacocking, right? You're running this very like, audacious comp. You've got the Reyna coming out. You've got Yampy, depending on being mechanically
DRX and PaperX are in the same group. Yeah.
just
So
those two doing
what
it.
this will
It's the
probably
five of them.
mean.
They're playing really well right now.
Let's say
I think we might even
let's say
have another
Fnatic
turn
beat
up
either
from Genmates after
BBL
seeing this in
or
action
Team
of how to
Liquid,
address it
right?
potentially, or what they've got
So
in
then it
mind,
would
but
be
I don't know how you
Fnatic
address it, right?
versus
They may
the
need a
top
couple
seed
more
of the
rounds
other
to
group,
play
so
with it and
either
kinda get
FUT
used
or
to what's being
Navi.
thrown at them, but as it stands, Liquid
And
coming out
Calming
with
Call would
a bit of an
play
ace up the
whoever
sleeve
won
here.
out of Heretics and whoever they play.
Liquid's just basically five-manning everything, but they're not doing it like they have a jet.
What do you mean,
and
no?
that's the way that they should be doing it. They don't have a jet.
No, it'll be Calming
Whalers
versus
tries to
Fnatic.
stay alive here. Goes down.
Oh, damn.
No, yeah, the
Hunting
first game
party,
is, but the
full
second
effect.
game isn't.
Yep.
Team Liquid throughout Lotus and now.
I'm saying that let's say the FUT beat BBL. Right, let's say the FUT beat BBL and FUT are the 1 seed. The first game is in their own group, but the second game isn't. You just said that PaperX and DRX are in the same group.
And it's either 5 slow together or 5 fast
Oh,
together.
are they in the same group? Oh, so shit. So we're gonna get one. So we have to get one of Calming Core or Fnatic.
8-0. This guy
Oh,
is
that's
just
shit.
He is having a series, to be fair. And again, as much as it isn't just the Nat show, it's not been one of those where it's like just him doing it.
It's gonna be a reset coming in.
I don't think that's how it's meant to work.
Maybe something to do with Nats. He was the only one that didn't move.
I think we've got a tech pause going. Oh, there it is. Bingo cards.
What's a cast without a
pause?
Nice little thrifty.
Ah, sorry guys. It was the fire
fire thing, yeah.
It was the fire button.
You lit the server on fire.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, the engineers are furious with me.
Why have you done that?
I couldn't help myself. I needed more attention. Wasn't getting enough time because Liquid were running through this game. They're up to 3 rounds, looking cozy, looking comfy. But okay, so
skating through the game, snowboarding through it. We got the ice.
how
We got the...
thematic of you.
Yeah, thank
well
you.
done. What a wordsmith. You've been working.
No, we
on
learn
that.
a little bit day by day as we go along here.
Eventually, I might even.
Colombia's closer than
If
Haiti,
you stick around, maybe I'll learn.
which still
enough.
looks kind of the same.
However, kind of taking pause for thought here. Now, obviously, the teams can't really do much during this time. They have to just wait it out. But with a critical eye after what we've seen so far, you highlighted that Liquid are mostly doing the kind of like altogether 5-man pushes, seeming quite well.
What the
prepared for
fuck?
this,
Where is
especially
this
off that
place?
pistol round. They've got quite a nice read on
470.
what maybe Gentlemates were trying to achieve. But if you're in Gentlemates' shoes, you see this comp coming out. Is there something you're trying to maybe lean towards? Because, okay, so just so you know, if you're wondering why the pause has continued, this is where Existence wants to have a chat. He's now called in a timeout here. So what would you be doing in this moment? Because again, this isn't an easy scenario. This is not a traditional composition. Is there something that springs to your mind?
Two things.
Okay.
One, get an op up as soon as we can, because Team Liquid, they're going to be looking for these isolated duels with Reyna and with Chamber, and that op is going to put them down, and there's not, I mean, outside of Mystic being able to res them, there's nothing to get them back up. The second thing is, fight together, but don't try to, like, run at the enemy. You know?
No, St. Lucia is closer. St. Lucia is this one and it's closer. Trinidad is the closest one, I know that much.
Let them take the first action.
Antigua.
If we look back to Lotus, where did they get the first kills? You know, or the rounds one. Logan pushing up in B once Liquid
middle,
showed.
right? Yeah.
Push up middle, gets 3. You know, Taka's getting the op out, getting the
these?
So that's kind of what they need to do to leverage it here. And Icebox plays a little bit different than Lotus, but they can still.
It's always the one I forget.
Don't just run.
No, it's not Granada.
Let them kind of like walk up and then pounce on them. Set up a trap. you know, they're a little
Trap
mouse.
plays,
You
yeah.
just gotta, you know, put a trap down, put some cheese on the little
Dominica.
trap, and let Liquid go. Ooh,
Dominica.
That's good. That looks tasty, and then get them.
Got it. Thank you. I like the visual there. You've helped me. I am a simple creature.
There you
So now we look at what we have in this round. Now we know it's going to be a very light buy for Gentlemates. This wasn't going to be a pretty purchase for them. Bear's already going to note where Yampy is, and considering how Liquid have been approaching, you might be able to put a lot of stock behind even just identifying one player.
Okay, 3-0.
They did go for a bit of a stack
They
here.
didn't lose against the
We got the
Thrifty.
Killjoy turret in attacker spawn.
That's so toxic. I can't believe you hate Nats. Oh my god. I mean,
Oh, do I need to turn?
Nats is quite impressive to watch, to be fair. It's... And you had to suffer
It's
playing
a
against
retake
that man.
A again.
They
I
were
mean, the
in
wall is on
real
A.
peak.
Bit of a
So
clue.
hard that we won.
And now we continue in towards the site.
Gonna
Not
try and
meeting
flood
much
in,
resistance on the way.
contest
Probably
spike.
expecting either a stack or them to be up to something, but Nat's not seeing anything relatively calm so far from Liquid. They've got what they wanted here. We're looking to see if maybe Gentlemates can counter wall, do something about this, maybe wall off the other side of the spike and get towards a defuse
Ooh, that
here.
was a
Nice from
risky
Natan.
peek into a
Kiko going
sage
down.
swap.
That's a first step. There are players behind this though. They're playing quite close towards site. Counter wall goes up. Yampy
Tank
spotted that quite
walls his
early
own
as
team
well.
off.
Nice adjust too. Yampy's heating up here. Hackers through the wall, gonna find it. Wingman gets denied, and now it's free farming. Nat's large and in charge. It's a 1v1 though, and yeah, Nats ain't allowing that to slip. Dangerous by Gentlemates. Dangerous certainly, but not enough to threaten the round scoreline.
Considering they had just Jarvis basically, that, you know,
Pretty
wasn't
good,
a
pretty good.
horrible result. If they're able to replicate that with guns, with ultimates, Thrash online for Takas, like, we could be looking at a different situation. And then I
it's
also
farming.
wonder if the defensive wall, not at the other side of Maze, but towards the spike, could have been better. But it's like one of those kind of judgment calls that you have to make, you know, block off the rotation zone, get up on the wall, and take a different angle.
Yeah, but you're just blocking your
So I just
team.
realized-
Wait,
What was
is
that?
Are you okay? Should we call an EMT or something?
Like-
who was that? But I also have to
Like
highlight,
when
I
you
think
wall
Nats
this,
is 11-0.
like you also
currently.
stop
I think
your
we're seeing a
team
little
from
bit
coming
of,
this way. So now
vintage
they
Nats
can
coming
just
out. We'll keep track on that. See when
focus
his
this.
first death occurs, perhaps.
Easy to do that when the rest of your team's also kind of like frying and getting the opening picks and
Yeah, he gets to just kind of be the most like chilled Viper, just lackadaisical, just kind of walking around, taking his time, closing out rounds for him. No sweat. First time we're seeing this test towards B though, so this is a little bit of
And now they
adjustment.
stack
He
A
hasn't
and
seen even this side of the map.
bit of just
Love
going the
ice
other way
bombs.
wherever they are.
So, a little bit of an assault course on the way.
But I think this is the adjustment Gentlemates has to make. Yeah, sure, you know, Team Liquid gets to go into the site, get a free plant, but they get to play the retake with 5, with Thrash, with the Sage Wall, with the knife
Cool.
and everything.
There's only one way to get back in this, and it's mostly through CT, where Kiko's waiting, has a little bit of a jump spot as well, might have noted them up towards Kitchen. And you've got to pick your poison, quite literally with the Viper Spit in the way. Kiko's trying to look for those angles to work, but he's just holding the line here. Rush is getting
You
set
didn't
up,
hit
but
anyone?
they walk on it, and Kiko still
No,
just
this is a
eating
farming
up.
exercise. Farming
This guy's showing
simulator
that
right
it's
now.
looking pretty good
Go
right
and
now in his
save.
hands at least, and he wants a bit more. They're going to try and escape. There's, okay, controlled it on the second attempt there, but he spotted another Bayaz. Going to stop the hunt. But this has been just, again, a demonstration of strength from Team Liquid. Looking very
Spuds,
solid.
thanks for the 2 months.
And yeah, Nats
Three
on
Nats,
the hunt
I
here,
mean.
wants that final player if he can. The tank trying to make a quick exit, but Liquid have money. You got 7K on Nats.
They don't need Fring right now. They're doing
the tank
fine.
sitting on 0 as it stands. Does he get to keep it? Nats is looking for this one. He's gonna hear it. Nats, does he get there in time? No. So Natan gets to keep the rifle, but Liquid gets to keep the clean scoreline, 5-0. I want to get a Mitch cam. If we could check in on the Mitch cam to see how
Wait, no, it might
elated he
jinx
is.
them.
No, hey. And then it's even funnier. Then we
That's
get
true,
an
that's true.
updated
Yeah,
cam.
yeah,
I mean, look,
that's true.
I'm not here for either side. I want to watch Mitch suffer. That is my most joyous moment. But right now, he must be happy. The golden path is coming true. They're walking it. They've somehow pulled out this composition, and it looks nuts.
And
Gentlemates,
again,
you look
every
fantastic
eco
on this
is
map.
just
Last time we saw
full
it,
retake
not
A.
finding that same level of
And
success.
every
So now
eco,
we go back
Liquid
towards
are
working
just saying,
before.
well,
This
let's
A
just
take now.
run it
Look at
A.
the back lines. First time we're seeing really proactive approaches coming down, pushing down B long here. Have they figured out where Nats resides? Held up in his little cubby. Not moving a muscle. Ooh, the timing on this could be a bit uncomfortable. Bayaz,
Wow.
lovely. Really heads up work from Gentlemates. Now they've got an opportunity. Now they've got options.
I feel like he just used Reyna ulti last round. But here it comes.
Tank. Oh dear, okay, trade. So they've fought back on CT, so they've exchanged sides of the map. They left Enzo waiting. Oh, that's beautiful. Back to back from him. Maybe even a third, potentially. Whaler's gonna be careful. No, doesn't have any idea about it. Whaler's gonna be the one to find it. Logan's found Mystic, and now down to a 2v2. No res for you. And a quick confirmation on the death here, Bayaz. No more. And now the 1v1. But time, you can hear it. Spike's ticking. A tap, a glance, and a shot fired confirms everything Kiko needs to know. Yeah, he's played with him. Logan, time to
not often you see a Reyna do that.
This round, Liquid continue forward with perfect performance.
No, Fnatic are guaranteed in.
Even think
although imagine if Fnatic wouldn't have won that map, they would have been out.
Initial phase game
or even if they wouldn't have won that map as cleanly with how Liquid are dominating. Like,
with Yampi, with
if this would have happened and Fnatic would have like won the match, but just like,
and they're fighting these isolated duels,
you know,
so
less
round,
cleanly on Breeze.
You know,
If Na'Vi don't troll Breeze,
much you can do about it. But the previous round, you're playing full retake B. One player dies early at Snowman. Killjoy's dying at the the side orange area. Op up finally though for Yampi. He's gonna be able to post up from the belt area.
What you got? Always love watching.
Again, another stack B.
Can't help myself. But not many opportunities to make something out of this. And a very different look from Nats, from passive to aggressive to very involved. And actually where the turret resides, he's got a bit of freedom here. He's definitely going to hit Takas. This is a big call from him. Oh,
nice shot by Logan.
Very heads up.
Yeah, twice in a row they've red Nats.
On this map.
But can they win
so now does Kiko
round?
try and over-deliver here? Does he try and be an instigator in this? The wall goes up, but they can't quite climb it at this point. Bayad's going to deny Enzo.
Okay, first time
nice
they've kind of been here
Logan
at the spike
now. Having to
in a good
the
situation.
They can't stick around here. Yampi.
Getting aggressive. Blocked off, and that wall's going to expire with 10 seconds left. You have to go over it. There's no other way.
They're just on the other side too. Really close by. Trying to set him in motion, but you can see them just on the left by Maze. Bloody hell, is there even a gap in that? I don't know if there's even a gap they could... Oh, that's rotten. Look at that, just a little pixel. They still don't know about Yampi. Now they do with that cross. Maybe trying to play him in a little. Turns a flash, gets the shot, stunning. Quickest line.
No way.
Heated up here anymore. He's got the tag. Bayaz needs to fall away. 15 seconds. Can they get a bar?
There's no fucking way.
Ridiculous work from the man.
There's no fucking
and he's thinking there's a
way,
flank,
man.
and he wasn't far off from it. Look at where the tank's positioned.
A 4v2.
Hit. Yampi on 4. Mystic securing the plant and gets the position.
Has
It's got to
res.
be an ace.
6K.
Nothing less will do. 30 HP and a bit of a dream here. And a tank on the other side. Stepping closer. Rez, he wants it. But is the angle good? Oh, beautiful bait from the tank. Rez comes in. 1 bullet left in this operator. He's trying to play with the timing here. I don't think he can isolate this fight. There's nothing he could do. A valiant attempt from Yampi.
No, my clip. The clip.
Round on the board now.
The clip, bro.
6K for Yampi to close that round out. Great turnaround. Shows why Chambers is such a strong agent in the right hands as well. Gentlemates with a good idea. Again, it's not like their start of the round plans are really bad. It's just Liquid's playing on form right now. And that is the name of the game at the moment.
Let's go! Okay, so
I think this is a trend that we see from Team Liquid as well, though, is that once they start winning by a large margin, especially on their attack side, they start straying from that 5-man Wolfpack to starting to have Nats start lurking around and doing more 4-1s, and that's what got them caught.
Oh, the op battle here. Who's got whose number? Bye-bye, Yampi. I'll trade. Excellent spacing from Nats to close that gap. Make sure it didn't spiral out of control. But a very different look here. If you've been looking at the last rounds coming out from Liquid, it has been mostly those 8 takes. Now we're seeing a little bit more of attention towards middle. Mystic's going to trade back, but still, this is messy.
What is that?
The jumping shot.
2
HP.
Oh my god, I thought he had another. I thought he had another. Bayaz. Safe pair of hands at the end. Oh, Kiko, you're rotten with it. Poor old Whalers will be heartbroken with that. But what does Bayaz do? You've got a 1v2, right? Spike's down. I think he knows that, but he's lost track of them. Now, Mystic's gone around the world. Bayaz, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 potential angles to worry about. He wants to commit to 1. He's chosen the wrong side. Mystic was there, and Liquid making it up to 7. Looking a little unstoppable
bit of a ranked round there.
He was a little bit worried about Kiko coming up from B side up the rope and across the bridge.
They're clearly feeling themselves. I mean, Enzo here.
Man.
Not bad.
I think that's like a 148 and 4 or something, right? That's so sad. Take the upper, yeah. We need this for the next round, guys.
Yampy's got his
He's got
ult
okay,
as well.
mates take a timeout.
Okay, so double
Second
timeout
timeout
in this half for Gentlemates because I think they haven't found how they want to approach this. And as you said, Team Liquid's starting to deviate from the initial plan, so it's even harder then to identify what you want to do, right? It's
because we're already in on night out, man. Look at how we're dressed.
Like necessarily,
we're already at the
I'm gonna
fucking
call it
club.
something that's going to give you an advantage in terms of strategy. This is guys, like the execution of what we're doing. It looks like we're playing scared. It looks like we're not being able to join up and fight together. And it looks like we're getting rolled over everywhere we go. It looks like we have mental fog. So this could be like more of a mental timeout than it is about like a strategical one.
Yeah.
Classic Liquid owning it doesn't matter, but it does matter in a way. They could still make it.
Get them sorted out.
If BBL win a map, then no, it doesn't matter. But
not in the last 10 years.
Yeah, Source. Yeah.
Source primarily. Maybe a little bit of.
When am I going for a 24-hour stream?
Maybe. I didn't know you guys qualified that far. That's great.
When I get
love you, Josh.
5K subs.
Yeah. You can't insult me back yet. People don't know we're friends. I think you're being.
That's true. Yeah. Where'd you come from? Call of Duty.
Alright, don't out my shame. That's why I'm so toxic. Anyway, Liquid back in. We have 2 Guardians. We have a Sheriff, Ghost, and a Classic. So again, trying to scrape something together.
COD?
And Yampy doing his best Enzo impression. Logan, why are you so damn good with a Sheriff? Show me some more. That's unfortunate. There was 4 men on the other side, but I like the attempt. But basically got B on a platter here, cutting the map in a whole new way. It's not comfortable, but Enzo, who are you?
That's why he wanted that off picked up.
Pick that thing up. I'm not done.
Oh, he can spam him too.
I was really hoping. Nats.
Why?
No fun allowed, Nats. Poor old Enzo. He never gets to have fun like this. You know what I mean? He gets to play an Odin and be like, oh, I'll put a dart down. Let him have a bit of fun. Whalers. Oof. How are you meant to deal with this? Oh, that's it.
2 more of those and
yeah, just keep going. Keep going. The time's not going well, man. This is a bitter pill to swallow. I was sucking on lemons at this point. 45 HP. Nats just being nasty. Nats. That's... Oh, God. Nats.
Classic overheating there.
Ugh. Nasty boy. Bloody hell, this is 8-1.
Remember when the shorty was 150?
I don't want to talk about those days.
Those were the best days. Actually, Bucky 1-pump days was the best, but we did get to see Kiko get a Bucky kill this game.
That's true.
This series.
God.
Nothing. Why he dropping? Why he's not trying to win the round?
Oh, it feels like I need to call the bully hunters or something.
You seen the wall on A. Where are they going, gentlemates? What are they gonna do, gentlemates? Every time this wall's on A, they just run A. Gentlemates. With 3 stacking B, gentlemates.
And well,
they're not on B, gentlemates. They're on A, gentlemates.
On the site, having a little wander. No one's here.
Because the wall's on A, gentlemates. You see how that Viper wall's on A, gentlemates?
To climb it like Ivy, but he does go down. Red's going to be invested there, so a second chance at life. But still, they've got the site.
How's it taking you this long, gentlemates?
The retake. Or the plant itself, really, but...
Why is our Gecko chilling, gentlemates?
Rifles out, Operator out, and they start clearing house. Nice from gentlemates. There's still a wild Kiko left on the side, but Bears doesn't care. Yampy's connecting further back. See Enzo checking, see no one's nearby yet. Still, number advantage in favor to gentlemates. This is a really big opportunity for them, but it's all in one man's hands. Yampy position noted, 2 bullets to play with. He's been outdone. Bears.
Okay, Bears.
Still doing what he can.
Good for you, gentlemates.
Gentlemates make it to 2.
Not down and out yet. I thought the idea
fuck
for
off,
Team
they
Liquid
went
was pretty
B1
cool.
round
they
with
have the dart
Durrell.
coming from middle, going into screens from the back, the zoning all from the Sova. If anyone's in the site, they're getting scanned and killed.
As soon as you hear the wall on A, just get your up looking at Snowman. What the fuck are they gonna do?
Losing that first player, making the res investment come out early, that pop flash from Beaz, I think that's...
Like, as soon as you see it, like, you should just be, like, calling out, okay, wall A, and your instant reaction should be, we got an up, but you're up Snowman, and everyone else fucking rotates.
Laid them out.
Ooh, we got a 3-place stack on what looks like maybe the right place. A 3-2 split from Liquid
It's
too.
like the first time they've been here.
Heard it. Tour de force.
Takas
in
with the
effect.
zone up.
Yeah, we get a bit of a fight on this one.
Viper tank the
Look,
drone,
I'm
so
sick
they
of this
don't
game.
know the ops in play here either.
We got a chamber
Selfless
Reina
play
comp.
coming in.
I'm
There's
sick
a lot
of it.
bodies behind this. 3 players here. Now, is this weird enough? It's got him guessing. Logan, good for his, but he gets traded out now. Yampy's got a puzzle in front of him. That's a dangerous walk on the wall, but he's made it through.
Spotted.
Oh, what a shot! Oh, Yampy!
Oh my
This guy
holy.
mechanically is just ridiculous when he gets into it, but still, Takas, that
Okay, I
operator
believe
is
it.
in
Put
play.
Yay on chamber.
He can stop this.
Put Yay
he
on
can be
chamber.
the one to maybe get a 3rd for Gentlemates here. So dangerous. Slow in, he's committed. Drawn the shot out as well, Mystic. Gonna be keeping his attention there, and he can't quite get the plant here. Denied by Mosh, even with the wall in play. Yampy needs to secure it. Oh my god! He's waiting for it. Trying to evade this. Oh, he's been caught, he's been captured. But Takas can't close the gap to it. It's still a 1v3, and Enzo, he doesn't need the operator, he's the outlaw right now. No sweat, no problems. And Team Liquid, God, they're having fun, and that's even scarier.
I'm
Yeah,
just,
yeah, on chamber.
expecting Liquid to at some point just pull
I've seen enough. I've seen enough.
Backside judge,
Why
stinger.
not? Why not?
What is that
Man,
shot?
That's just dirty. Yampy's definitely feeling it though, and I think this is like, I mean, this makes a lot of sense why he'd be like, yo, take me off Killjoy.
Yeah.
Put me on chamber.
Let me loose.
Because I'm on Killjoy, I'm just walking up to mid every round anyway, so let me be on an agent where, you know, I can walk around with an op and I can whip out this side piece and flick one deke.
A what?
Sheriff.
Yep.
Well, whatever, headhunter.
There we go.
Sorry, yeah, we're getting there.
I said Deagle once, and they never let me forget it.
Who didn't?
The community, the other casters, you
Well.
know, yeah. Okay, well, AK in hand. Lovely shot from Kiko.
We just eat that flash. I'm not familiar with that kind of play.
Can't use CS
A deep
equivalents because it's a
lockdown.
Viper's Pit and a lockdown. There's nothing that we have in that sort of form, but Kiko's going to carry on forward. He's going to try and deal with the lockdown, which he does, but he puts his life on the line for it. So still, he'll fall, but he gives him a chance to stay tucked on the site here. Looking for that res.
He's inside, bro.
Takas.
Okay.
Around the other side. What are you meant to do with this one? How do they get back in here? Going up through the rafters. 2 still in the pit and then 2 sitting deep. 2 shock darts for Enzo, so he can still buy time on this spike plant as well. And oh, Yampy, lovely connection towards Bayez. Oh, the backline's done enough and they still
GG.
held their cards on the site. Liquid looking really in control. There's not much more to be saying, it's 10 rounds. That's it.
I mean, even there, Gentlemate's coming in for the retake. They're all looking at the floor trying to find out where that spike is. They're not even looking at where the enemies are, and Yampy's in the back lines picking them off. Nat's ready to come through his own Viper's Pit in the back. It's just, it's so one-sided right now. There is actually nothing else to say about it.
No. Some of these games just go this way. And,
That's tough.
and hey, credit to Liquid for looking this good, right? They've walked in
That's
towards
tough.
a really good map, a
Tough
recent
game,
map
this
for
one.
Gentlemates that looked good with them. They showed massive improvement, showing they're a dangerous team. And I think we've seen glimpses of how mechanically dangerous Gentlemates are, but they
Bro,
just don't
staring
have
at
that
Arena
level
Flash
of
like a solar
comfort when
eclipse.
it's coming to what we're seeing in a matchup
I'm
like
not.
this.
I'll
It's
watch
just
map
a
1 if this is
bit
going to
of
be
a
this
difference here.
fast.
So
I'll
for
need to
them,
go at 7
see
p.m.
what
my
they can
time.
achieve. It starts with a pistol. Can they make a respectable scoreline out of this? Now on the attacking side, as of course Liquid on defending side, but giving themselves the best opportunity here.
But if it's going to be
Liquid
13-4,
qualification
13-4,
not impossible.
Wait, he's really slid.
Has he got a little rat corner to play from? Oh, the rat's been caught. Logan, again, got to give
We
credit
whiff
here.
that.
Gentlemate's doing very nicely. Enzo, though,
Spike didn't go
wants in
down.
on the action and leaves the body parts just scattering around the site. Takas, headshot delivered, but death comes a knocking in the form of Nats. Bayaz and Logan. And Logan is a pistolero.
He's
This
what?
guy is nuts with this. Oh my god, the timing. I thought he might have had him there. Maybe even a tag. But if he's still alive, I'm not going to say it's not possible. Knife back on for Bayaz. Gets denied on that approach.
GG.
Logan's down. Liquid, first in the second 2. This one is looking
Not many
much
gentle
over.
mates chants. Any
Not
gentle
even
mates
sure where
chants in the
Gentlemates goes
chat?
from here. Team Liquid.
Oh,
Their
for fuck's
peak,
sake,
their
they need to stop
ceiling
with this
has
chant.
always been high.
Yes.
It's just a matter of raising their skill floor.
What a fucking
and we've
shit
seen
chant.
them kind of like, oh, week to week, like, oh, they raised their floor. Oh, wait, no, they didn't. Oh, wait, yeah, they did. No, they didn't. they're looking really good right now. Like, if they're able to replicate this performance, what they're doing, find out and diagnose what they're doing right, playing together, hitting, well, obviously hitting their shots is always
God,
a
if
nice one to
Fnatic
make,
would have
right?
just won 13-11.
Just hit your shots. Oh my god.
Just hit your shots.
Just hit your shots.
Yeah, hey, there it is.
Why not?
I've been sat there watching watch parties for years trying to figure something out, and now you've made it
Just
so
shoot
clear.
back.
Just shoot back. It's like, why didn't you tell me this? Because look, like this could have been so much easier.
Have you considered aiming?
If you've seen me play, no. Kiko, ooh. Oh God, this just feels, it just feels nasty. Bears is trying to bless him. Bless him. Bless his little socks. Oh God. Liquid making it 12.
Don't
It's an
even
see
pause.
flawless. And that
That's
golden path, right? That golden road that opens up for them here is still
That's
possible.
tough.
They've been clean with this. They could win. I mean, let's be honest. They're probably going to win in 2. Yes, their fate still rests in others' hands, but they are continuing to walk along this Yampi.
10 chances.
How many?
10.
10. Should we, draw?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Wait, replay. Yeah, there we go. 10. Nice. Nice. It should have been on the other side, though. If it was really a
I think, I know, I think he goes right, no, is it there? No, I think he does it in the middle.
I don't know, man. I don't
You
know.
were true.
I'm a tier 3 sub. Oh, tag. Oh, bloody. They are just
Just
not
end the
missing.
game.
The tank has
Pansy
found
doesn't want to
Yampi.
be
There we
here.
are.
I don't want
First
to be
pick
here.
found.
None of us do.
Stop the momentum a little bit. Tame Team Liquid.
Do I watch for BBL?
I mean, like,
Do I care that
walking
much?
up, Sheriff Outlaw in hand.
Okay. Another tag. How many heals
Party
can
will
the
be for
tank
nothing
go
if they
through?
see us.
40 seconds.
Look where this map is. They're fighting in spawn.
Should I do
They're
a map
fighting in spawn
veto
and they're
pred for
winning.
the next game
Nance
with
has
no
pushed
map
up.
pred?
Oh God, okay.
Or should I
Logan
do
gonna give them
both?
a little bit of a route maybe, but
No, don't
they
do
got 50
any, I
seconds
don't
and they
know.
still haven't even looked at the site. They barely left the starting area. Ayla's waiting for another layer of aggression, but it's not coming from this side. Mystic getting
Why are you
curious, but he's not going to
spending
follow up.
bits on that?
Well, I've lied. He's having a wonder. Hello.
You're paying
Going
the
in.
mod. Yeah, it's gonna be a good
Liquid
game.
is
Fuck.
Pure bullying on Gentle Mates. I mean, they have so many rounds to work with that why not?
Nick,
go
you
for
can
all
help
these,
me do
like,
some football
just have
quizzes.
fun and close it out whenever.
Oh, the flash. That flash was so good. We were complimenting some of those flashes before. But Mystic just carries on forward. He's going to get 2. And now it's down to Whalers in a 1v2. What can one man do to try and deal? Oh, turn around. Turn
GG.
around.
So, let's get this straight. Fnatic. Let's see what Liquid ended on. What did they end on round diff wise
Party
there?
will be for
They won
nothing if they
13-2,
see
that's
us.
11.
Imagine anti-strat kek.
They ended on -1. There's 7 rounds. 7 rounds in it. If Fnatic win this in overtime instead. Or if Navi destroy... If Fnatic don't fake comeback on Ascent, and Navi don't troll their comp, they would actually be out. That's tough. That is tough. Well, yeah, BBL are out if they go 0-2. Now, if this is a 2-0, BBL are out. If they win one map, they'll probably be in. But now, I mean, -16. Is that even possible? No. Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. What, they can go -20? They can go maximum -24. BBL if they win one map. But assuming they're even slightly close, then no. But yeah, if they lose 2-0, then they're just straight out. And there is a small chance if they lose 2-1 that they're out. But if they win a map, they'll probably be good. Unless they get absolutely giga stomped. Okay, yeah, I'll watch the first map then of this. I can't promise anything past the first map, unless it is a giga stomp. I'm doing some football quizzes. And I don't care. Don't care. Good for Liquid. Football. English football players. How many of you could get every single one? Probably not many. This is the only one I don't know. How many of us could get one? I only know Rooney. Actually, no, yeah, I can get. I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name. What is his name? He's the one who sings the song. You can be slow or fast, but you must get to the line.
If they see us.
What's he called?
Can do the Daily Dozen, lots of sports ball and movies. dailydozentrivia.com.
But yeah, just to do it. Bobby Charlton. Why have I just forgotten his fucking name? What's he called? Something more. Bobby Moore. Why couldn't I think of Bobby Moore? Beckham. Egan. Shearer. Rooney. Lineker. How do you spell Lineker? How do you spell his last name? Don't know how you spell his name. Lineker. Lineker? Oh. There you go. Alright. Gordon Banks. Tony Adams. It's not that one. Fuck, what are you called? You're called Brian Robson. Gerard. Why did I think Tony Adams? Kind of look, yeah. Stanley Matthews. Michael Owen. Peter Shilton. Lampard. What's he called? John Barnes is what he's called. Scholes. Gascoigne? This is the only guy I don't know. And then John Terry. Who the fuck is that then? Is that Jeff Hurst? Is that... Who the fuck is this? Who could it be? It's not Jared Bowen. It's not Jude Bellingham. Some of you are showing your age. It's not Pedro Neto. Or Joe Hart. Who could this be? Who's the guy who missed the pen in Italia 90? Left-footed. Because I'm thinking it's probably around that time, just from like the picture quality, probably like 80s. Josh Wilkinson? No. Go on, who is it? Oh, that's Jimmy Greaves. Oh, so that it's bit. Why is his picture quality so much better than these? College football wins. This will be an interesting one. Alabama. Alabama. Don't have the most. LSU. UC. Why have I put USC is what I wanted to put. Who's got the most? Florida. Florida State. Georgia. Who else is like an old Texas? What are they called? What's the other Texas A&M? Fuck, what else? Who else will be on here? Ohio State. Michigan will be top, won't they? Ohio State. Fuck it, I'll put Minnesota just cause. There you fucking go. Look at them up there. Who else is in that conference? Because I'm just thinking, like, it'll be the old team, so who else is in that conference? Hit. Who else is like an old team? Navy? Army? There you go. Nebraska. No. Purdue. Oh yeah, next team. No, not Purdue. Unlucky. Penn State. The Nittany Lions. What a stupid name. Who else is good? I type in UCLA. Who are the Bears? What are they called? Cal. Washington. Washington, there they are. Oregon. Oregon. Miami. Miami, Ohio. No, I meant Miami U. The U. Clemson, good one. Clemson, of course. North Carolina. There you go. Tar Heels. Auburn. Another good one. Who's this on 948? Georgia Tech. The Yellow Jackets, there they are. I'm awful at this one. Go on then, Nick. Give me some answers. Kansas? Virginia. Virginia Tech. There you go. Ole Miss. Nope. Mississippi State. How do you spell? There's the whole fucking thing for it. Oh no, I did get it right. Wisconsin. Okay, yeah, that one I should have got. I should have got Wisconsin. Oklahoma. Should have got. That's a good one. Tennessee. Could have got. Who's this on 948? The Adelaide Crows. I've got Virginia Tech. They're there, 773. Oklahoma State. Oh, Notre Dame, of course. That's who's up there. Why are you just typing in Australian things? What did you say, Nick? Iowa. No. FSU. Unlucky. I got USC. The Geelong Cats. Arizona State. Unlucky. West Virginia. Good job. West Virginia Mountaineers. I tried it. BYU. Brigham Young. No. The New York Knickerbockers. Arkansas. Help if I spell it right, because it's correct. Wow, I didn't expect that. Syracuse, of course. I've been to Syracuse University. Right, we're missing one. TCU? No. Rutgers. Be kidding, Nick. You went to college? No, I didn't go to fucking Syracuse. I've just been there. I just have been to Syracuse. They had the first ever black Heisman Trophy winner. South Carolina. No. Michigan State. Not a bad shout, because it's correct. That's why. Good job, chat. Good job. Football League Cup winners. Now this is where we start. Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, Manchester United, Manchester City, Tottenham, Everton. Everton haven't won it. Whoa, wow. Sunderland haven't won it. Newcastle. Fucking hell. Cardiff. What the fuck? Arsenal. Arsenal have only won it twice. League Cup winners. Birmingham. Did Cardiff not win it? I thought they did. Stoke. Derby. Forest. Palace. Try Crystal Palace just in case. Put in West Ham after. West Ham. Wimbledon. Wimbledon never won it. What did they win? They win an FA Cup. Oldham. Portsmouth. Blackburn. Bolton. Blackpool. Wolves. Ipswich. Norwich. Villa. Of course. I don't know. Reading? Did they win one? No. Who won in 2013? Hull? No, they were in an FA Cup final. All right. Who won in 2013? The League Cup. Was it Swansea? Swansea played against Bradford, didn't they? That's a fucking get right there. 2004, bit before my time. Well, not really, but I can't remember who won the League Cup. Who have I not said? Leeds? Historically big clubs. Millwall? Middlesbrough? Which, actually, it turns out, Nick, it is spelt like that. They won in 2004. For some reason, their nickname is this, but they're the only place in England that spells it like that. Middlesbrough. Why? I couldn't tell you. 2000. Let's meet on me in the year 2000. Wrexham, I don't think have. Cardiff? No. Southampton. Bristol City. QPR. There's one. Leicester. Won it 3 times. There you go. Gonna type Notts County. It's gonna be wrong 100%. Fucking hell. Burnley. Sheffield United. Chef Wednesday. Not Sheffield United. Huddersfield. Nope. Coventry. Good shout. Also wrong though, but a good shout. West Brom. There's one. We're getting there. 3 more. It's getting harder, though. Name most of the clubs it's likely to be. Luton won't have won one. Luton won the fucking League Cup in 88! What? Accrington Stanley. I very much doubt it, but who knows? It doesn't even let you correct the Accrington. That's how unknown that is. As if Luton have a major honour to their name. That is crazy. What the fuck? Brighton. No. Brighton are a recent team in terms of success, I think. Tried Sunderland. Tried them earlier because I would have thought that they would have won it. I tried Bolton. Preston. Fulham. No. Fuck. It'll be 2 smaller clubs, won't it? It'll be someone who's faded away slightly, I think, now. It's wrong. Oxford? No, Oxford. Oxford fucking won it in 86. You must have Googled that. There's no fucking way you thought Oxford. I tried Millwall, I think. Watford. I always forget Watford. Forgot them yesterday. Forgot them today too. 1969. I've already got Chef Wednesday. They won it in 91. I've tried Southampton. I've tried Coventry. I've tried Everton. Who is this? I've tried Leeds. Walsall. If it was Walsall, I've tried Blackpool. I've tried Cardiff. Swindon Court. It was Swindon Town. Who'd said that? Definitely Googled it. 1969 League Cup winner. Swindon Town. Never would have got that. Honestly, never would have even thought Luton or Oxford had won a major trophy, but there you go. They have. Look at how boring this is, though, man. Look at this. Football needs to change. Fucking hell. Fuck me. Like, look at this. After Liverpool's dominance of 4 in a row, look at this. Look at that. Look at that nice run there from 85 to 2004. Look at all the different winners. Now we just get this. Fuck this sport. Let's do a random quiz. Should I do a map, Vito?
Party will be for nothing if they see us.
Cameraman with the 50 bits, thank you.
Don't worry, Spurs will win it next year, M8.
No, they won't. Right, BBL, ban Lotus, ban Breeze, ban Lotus, ban Bind, banning for opponent slightly, Foot. Not just banning Breeze. So let's start there, they'll ban Breeze. They did ban Sunset there. Did you lose on Breeze or something? No, you won. Maybe that was a pure anti-strap. Then again, BBL. I don't think they'll ban Lotus against Foot. Maybe they will though. Who knows? What would you ban against Foot? A split, I guess. I just split with BBL. Didn't they lose to Giants on split? No. They only win on split, so they ain't about split, are they? Split's map 3. Or BBL pick it. Nah, split's map 3. Fuck it, they ban Lotus. Foot pick. Foot pick. Then again, do you just pick split? Yeah, maybe they do. BBL pick. How's your icebox, BBL? Good enough to play FUT on it. FUT ban. What we got? Ascent? Probably not. Bind, no. And Sunset. Well, actually, maybe they ban Ascent. And you ban Bind, and we play Sunset. Okay, they're walking out. Cover of Rolling Stone. Don't care. I mean, that would be one that I could do, but take too long. Wait, what? Suspects include O times highest number on a standard dice. So 6 times, is that 6 times 6? Something card draw poker. 5 card draw, 5 Nights at Freddy's. Pac-Man Ghosts, 4. Number of sides on the ability check die in D&D. 80. Total E titles in Scrabble, fuck. Settlers of Catan resources. I don't know. Don't know that one. Jokers in a deck of cards, 2 times 151 is 302. Card suits, 4 versus dice in Yahtzee. How many dice are there in Yahtzee? 5. Sporkle quizzes played all time. Lowest Uno card value. I'm just going to guess 0. Original Oregon Trail careers. Pokemon gens. There's 8 Pokemon gens. I don't know how many careers there were initially. 72, 80, 88. Is there 8? There's 9 Pokemon generations? Oh, for fuck's sake. 81, 72, 63, 54. 3. Nintendo 64. 6 lives in Pac-Man. Is it 3? Squares on a chessboard, 64. Standard number of solitaire players. Oh, 1. I got confused what that meant. Modes in Minecraft. Hardcore. Multiplayer. Like, what's a mode? Single player and multiplayer mode? Is that 2? Queen in a deck of cards is 4. But, like, what are you counting? It's 20. Mario Brothers, 2. Monopoly money collected at Go. Monopoly Railroads, 4. Value of the Z tile in Scrabble. Is it 10? Goddesses who created Hyrule in Legend of Zelda. Fuck knows. White pawns in a chess game. I'm going to guess it's 3 because it's often 3. And the total tiles in Scrabble and the Settlers of Catan resources. Does it mean different types of resources? Because there's what? 4 of them. The total E tiles in Scrabble. I'm going to say there's like 12. Is that 10? It's 15. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Oh, they're doing the hype walkout because it's a big game. Old Turkish game. It's 5 resources? In Catan? Sheep? Clay? Wheat? Brick? No. Sheep? Mountain? Field? What am I missing? Speed? What do you mean speed?
Played against each other 6 times, and the
Sheep,
only 2
wheat,
maps that
or
BBL has
brick
remotely
wood.
had
Oh, I'm
chances
forgetting
on
wood.
is Haven, which is not here.
Yeah,
and Ascent.
I was forgetting
But
wood.
BBL
But either way,
no
we got the
longer
60.
looking that great on Ascent, so we got any maybe concerns with the map pool, Vlad?
To be honest, BBL has prevailed lots of splits in Icebox this year. I think one of the picks are gonna be, Icebox.
I got BBL right.
Picked. And Lotus, to be fair, you have to ban against FUT.
Even with that comp, I feel like people still don't want to play against them. But we're going to get Bind, Icebox followed by Ascent. Enzo, you did play against FUT on
I will
Icebox.
just be here for Bind.
If you remember.
No map lost. They're playing well together, and just because, like I said before, they've been improving so much in the next weeks, the past weeks.
Unlucky, I guess.
I believe in them. You know what? Today, I believe in footballists so much, and they win Bind, they win Icebox.
All right.
Would be insane.
I'm going to give you some hopium and copium on top of that. FUT played against BBL 6 times. BBL have never beaten them on Bind, have never beaten them on Icebox, but have beaten them on Ascent. There we go. So potentially 2-0, you think, that if the stats dictate?
Okay, I'm going to fill up my water quick. I'll be back.
They never lie. They never lie.
It's really interesting that Split has been vetoed out from BBL, and they left Ascent for Decider. I mean, they haven't been showing really good on Ascent, but on Split, they were confident. But right now against FUT, I think FUT used to play nice Split as well this season. So that's the reason why they banned Split.
Yeah, there's a bit of mind games going on too. We're going to head to Agent Select in just a moment, but it feels like you guys were talking about FUT experimenting, they keep improving, but they have been doing crazy stuff left, right, and center. They tried like a lot of different things. Do you think, I mean, given the fact that you guys came up with your Reigner Chamber comp within like 2 hours ago, as Nat said,
yes.
Do you think this is a good time to maybe bring something out to surprise your opponents?
If you want to enjoy a Viper, for example, while the update is still playable for us on that stage, then why not? I mean, Viper is pretty good on the map, but I think, we can see it now. Whoa, a Viper!
Oh, there we go.
I mean, for Ascent, a Viper would be insane, but you can see that on Bind now, the Vipers are still up, and even after the updates, they might be still up, you know?
Well, the major change here is seeing that it's gone from the Sage, Vlad, to a Raze.
Yep. Cracks used to play sometimes Raze as well. Last year against Fnatic, FUT prevailed so good against Fnatic on Bind. They parted A side into 2 A's.
Beef on points.
They pick LEM control.
What did I put? Ascent?
They pop flash backside with Cracks and taking all the space there's left on A side, having a hard time for defense to retake it.
Thing is, going up against Kushner though on the Raze versus Raze battle might be one of the only areas I feel like Kushner could potentially come out on top. What do you
now it says Paper X at the top.
I think so, but BBL has choked a lot last week against Giant X, right? Especially in the defense. They lost so many ground and couldn't do a proper retake. And on attacking side as well, somebody from Giant X individually picked them and stopped the attack as well. So they have to be really careful today.
Yeah, and lastly, before I let you go, Enzo, I hope they're ready because Mitch is waiting for you in the caster booth on the other side. He can hear you, and I know it will mean the world to him if you did the toss, you know, do the honors. Just be like, over to you, Mitch. He would love it.
Mitch, my friend, over to you.
Merci beaucoup, frérot.
See you later.
Get out of here,
cool.
Tom.
Right,
you know what, Enzo? If you want to come up here, I could use a new co-caster. He's coming back. Never mind. What an incredible matchup we've got here, Tom.
Yeah,
the Raze v Raze battle, FUT versus BBL, a historic rivalry. It goes back quite a while. We've even got the watch parties here. I know I saw Vitagen is in the house. There's a lot of the BBL fans. I don't know how this one's going to go, but for Liquid, I think Enzo's hoping that FUT take this 2-0.
Yeah, that's the thing. FUT are looking at it from their own perspective, though. I'll be honest, I don't think they give a damn about how it affects Liquid. I think they're more thinking about how it affects them getting top of the group. Get that buy, get that extra win for free that you get by basically just skipping one of the stages. And, of course, you go into double elimination. You can't be single eliminated in the playoffs. So I think it's such an important win for FUT as well. I definitely don't think they're going to give it up just because BBL want to get to the playoffs.
No, I don't think so. This is a big matchup for the side of FUT. Even if the stakes were low, I'd expect them to come in.
Now, if BBL win a map, then that would be good for me if they could win this first map, so I can just
as we saw, put
be chill. Okay, they put CNET on Raze.
Praising his jet quite extensively. I'm
Went back to a normal comp.
The thing is,
never been a slacker.
Have they fixed their
He
comps?
was playing Sage. They've tried Raze. They've tried a few different things. Even at one point. We've seen him on Neon on this map, but the fact is, it definitely hasn't been.
And just one little change like this, right? Well, it's not a little change, but one change like this, right? Before, when you're looking at Foot's comp, it's like, well, they just can't go B. Right, on attack side, they just can't go B. But now, if that was your whole game plan, like coming into bind, well, now they can come into B.
Available to them, and already with the knife being shot, okay, it doesn't get them all the info, but it gets them enough.
Yeah, Mr. Fallen might not have the Dizzy to work with, but still a flash on Cracks as well. BBL have their own, though. Breezy lining up the dog right now. It's gone through. Flash on the back of it, you'd imagine. No, just a straight up swing. The flash comes behind Kushner, letting him get close, letting him take these fights and win them. Nice little
and again, this is the win condition for BBL, right? Like, he's going to need to have a big game.
Locked out of B. And it's going to be tough to find their way back through. They've got a Viper wall to try and block out those longer range angles,
they could get run over a bit.
Taken a lot of their players onto the site.
Needed a kill and not going to find one.
By Reezy.
Already there.
Okay.
Brave alongside
almost
it's not
a flawless,
but it's as clean as for BBL. A huge start for them in a match that, as says, it's integral for them to make it through to the playoffs. A victory not only takes them to playoffs, but also wins them the group. That's how crazy this scenario is right now. They lose this series 2-0, they're out. They win it in any capacity, and they win the group. It's just ridiculous how this Alpha group has ended up.
I don't recall stakes like this ever.
And BBL at that point would have a good chance of making playoffs. You know, they'd play Calming Core or Fnatic if they won this game.
Well,
right,
you don't really
won that game with extra time to prep.
All that matters is you ain't going to playoffs.
In a good spot.
For BBL already, 1 round under their belt. A big stack up from Foot, trying to use the firing squad of classics, and that has worked out very well. Damage is done.
They can come and get this other gun though, you would think.
Further kills should be quite difficult.
Oh, you say that.
Come and get it now.
Who's the last man standing, Mitch?
Oh, add a captain with a classic.
Add a captain with a classic.
Enzo's sweating backstage.
Well, a chance, but yeah, it's a very slim one. They've retrieved the guns as well. We'll take those through to the next round. The thing is, this BBL squad at times.
Now, if he can get 1 kill, that would be good.
And it doesn't look like they're going to be losing that, because that's always one of the worries. Like, there was a chance they came into this match where they're in the same position as Foot, but they're just battling for the top of the group. They didn't need anything for qualification, but as you said, Liquid did the business earlier on. But it does seem like they're still going into this as confident as ever, knowing that the stakes there. And there is also a world, I want to say this, if they lose 2-1, there's a pretty decent chance they still qualify as long as the game is close. If they get smashed in the 2 maps, and then win 1 close, maybe there's a way that they get eliminated, but I would say that that's a lot less likely.
Yeah, there's a couple clear-cut paths to playoffs for some of these teams, and then the rest of it gets pretty murky when it comes down to the most math behind it.
Just win.
Exactly. You win,
or you're in the
you
bin.
have a better chance.
That was Sue's quote.
There you
go.
Go.
I pay attention.
Sometimes. Well, it's rifle
okay,
round
so we got
Foot, about to have a fight on its hands. It was just poor as the
smoke
smoke faded. He's
breach
able to win that one
here.
pretty easily, getting out of there with most of his HP.
Kind of a crazy
Utility
kill.
still rocked up on that attack side, and no need to push. No overextension from the attackers. Confident now that they've got the advantage, they'll let the clock run down and hope Foot make another mistake.
Losing Mr. Fallen is 50% of that information. They're going to go hunting for the rest. The timing on the Tiger, not the best and not able to correct.
They get aggressive.
It's a good
I mean,
recovery.
again, Foot went for the Navi buy, so they have
He's
all the
going to end up
spikes here.
spotting the spike. This could be a huge problem for his opponents. It's going to be retrieved. Or just about makes it around the corner. However,
still, they know they have to come A, pretty much.
Yedege is there to kick things off and give them that advantage.
Yeah, Krax has even got some support to play with here. Not able to use the flash up because he blind Yedege, but he's got his gun in hand, ready to duel, and the swing is good. Foot right back
so
on
after
the board.
they get the first kill here,
for BBL,
can I just
well, they're not going to be devastated by
stick
that
in their
loss.
default Foot,
Remember, this is the third
go for
round.
a double push.
One that they're not favored to win, and it came down to a decent
BBL
margin
a little
up
slow
until
to
these
react.
last few fights, which was utter domination. But they found the opening duel, and then lost out a little bit on the map control. With a well-timed push out of Foot
Yedege with
through
his
hookah.
fucking war scream.
Now foresees that full buy right back up, though. A few players getting close to ultis as well. We could have a pit or an orbital strike for either side.
Still plenty available. But as you said, it's still just down to the firefights. Spreading an early net just to try and catch any aggression. They know that Foot will like to push them on this one. Obviously for BBL, this has been one of the maps they've struggled on.
Ghost, thanks for the 50 bits.
To the Giant X.
Just bought the PRX bundle, like I promised I would.
The teams you really want to be using on a map. It probably tells you everything you need to know. For FUT.
Hello, Potato.
Close loss to KC. They've always been pretty stellar on this map. For now, though, it's slow from BBL. Taking their time. Showers control has been fought for and claimed for FUT for now. But again, it looks like they're going to try and walk up towards mid, but slightly denied for the moment by some of the Viper util.
Okay, but that goes off. They now get their time.
Happy to get their toxins back online before they make this push.
Come in.
Never mind. They're going straight
Full
out.
leg take down short. No smoke on Shower.
It looks like they're soon to get them. The bait as the plant is faked to attempt to draw them into open combat.
Didn't have another
Used
smoke.
mosh pit in. The utility response is there from FUT, but there seems to be a response from BBL. They want to get aggressive. Kushner swinging through. The smoke is being caught. Yedeche finds Reezy, but BBL still have one player left behind on the site. Elite trapped. Already having taken down Mr. Fallen, it looks like he'll just about escape, but they're on his tail. About to see this double TP straight through. They know he's still inside. And Captain has confirmed it and is now closing the distance on the door. They'll open it, presumably with that snake bite, and leave Elite down in the dumps. In fact, rotating around.
They're just gonna
long way.
Just patience.
Now the Captain will get it anyways.
Yeah, I think that he just waited for the moment that his teammates didn't go through the TP, knowing that he would eventually have to leave.
Snake bite the flash hit as well.
Things in a pretty problematic scenario for the remaining pair.
Oh, the
BBL.
walls.
Hora's going to try and get
Walls
aggressive.
up,
He's still
saving
in the
him.
fight, and the timing couldn't have been any worse. Now it's all on
Woo!
to Brave, and it's a couple of tasty shots. A little bit unlucky not to get both. But nonetheless, the round has gone.
Full shield saving Cena there.
Equalize early on.
No accounting for the fire rate, but if he had a Vandal, that could have
Yeah,
worked
good
out
stuff by
perfectly.
FUT.
Do you know something cool?
The snake bite that opened the door kill would have been cooler. That would have been the cooler way of doing it, but
qualify, then every single Turkish player in EMEA will have made it into the playoffs, which is 13 Turkish players.
Can't think of a solo Turkish player left out.
Obviously, yeah, you've got Alpha as well. You've got the guys over on Heretics.
Yeah.
But that is impressive. 13 players in 6 different teams. You're getting close to a
change the title.
50% of the entire thing being Turkish players.
Listen, Tom,
taking over.
You go back to 2021, 2022 and tell me in the future you're going to have half the league be Turkish players. I believe you. I wouldn't think you're crazy. I'd understand it entirely. The region's only grown as younger talent comes up. Shows what they can do. It's good to see players like CNET, though, still around. And I think this year as well, having that massive resurgence. He'd been good before, great in the past, and now back to excellence.
I don't know.
BBL side looking to take over A with the weaker weapons. They've gotten a lot of space out of this. The utility sure delays the plan slightly, but at the end of the day, they're waiting for FUT to run out of utility and have to take these fights with weapons in hand. That's when the numbers advantage could come into play. Orbital strike used here by Brave to isolate some fights. Then Showstopper comes online, fired to heaven. Not a great angle forward, and not one that will find a connection.
On 2 HP.
Again on a sliver of health late in the round, but he's surviving. And these shots are not landing. Reezy on 20 HP, flanked out by Yedeche, leaves Elite with absolutely nothing to do. In fact, it's even seen it on 2.
Okay, I mean, that got a little dicey there. If that Razor hits, it's a different round, probably. And CNET as well, just about surviving.
Shot percentages. It's definitely absurd. And that's a round where, again, if you look at what was invested in terms of finances for BBL, you go, a couple of kills, plant. It's not too bad. The unfortunate truth is what they invested in the ultimates. You got yourself the Orbital Strike and the Showstopper. I'm not gonna lie, that's making my feet shake.
The ground is shaking.
Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
And this is only the start of the first map, Tom. Plenty more to go. Like you said, BBL committed a lot. That Orbital Strike, that Showstopper not finding the win. It was with low buy, and I can respect the hustle to come in on a low buy round and say, hey, we're going to bridge the gap somehow. This is how we do it. Isolating fights off Orbital Strike.
They don't have the wall to
didn't work. This
pinch.
A little bit better. Right,
but it doesn't matter. They don't need the wall to pinch because they're FUT.
Backed up by
and they'll just win all the fights anyway.
That support was not really needed. BBL found themselves investing all their credits into this one after using ultis in the previous, and now, a matter of seconds into the round, Tom, they have been put in their place. The 4th round seeming inevitable
just
for
playing
FUT
it
at this
safe,
stage.
not giving them a 1v1.
Against FUT. They are a team that
it's like a decision
you
that
might look at some of their compositions, go, okay, this
need
is
to
fairly
do more
conventional.
really.
It doesn't mean they're going to use it in a conventional way. They are
get
very
more info.
aggressive
Oh, he's out
in the
of
manner
he's
in
come
which
back.
they play this defense, and
they
the
know the
set play
spike
there
was
couldn't have
down.
been better. They catch 2 players rushing forward, the 3rd isolated from the Showstopper in Showers. And now the remaining 2, it's a decision of if you even try anything here. Obviously, you don't want to allow FUT to survive with this many players, but at the risk of your own finances, maybe wanting to keep something into the next round. For now, though,
just gonna save. Zenith's on 1 again. He survived on 3, I think, last time, and now he's on 1.
Spamming into that smoke. And look how much health CNED has. Again, 2 HP last round.
This is Valorant.
Look who it is. Zolwek.
Like, the guy loses HP, gains
what does
critical
Zolwek
hit
mean?
points or
Tortoise or
something,
something?
critical hit chance, perhaps. Nothing but heads.
He gains dodge.
Dodge, yeah, literally.
It's like, there's an 80% chance that your bullets won't hit him.
Oh, man, sometimes, I mean, if you were playing this guy from home, you'd say it was the ping, but, well, you don't have that excuse here. He's just better. 4 rounds locked in now for the defensive
Zolwek
side
is
as
a
the
word?
clock runs down, and nobody will be taking
Not
those
in
weapons
English.
out of BBL's hands, so they'll still have something to spar
In
with
Polish, I
coming
think it
in
is, though.
to round number 7. But for now, you can see the ult usage on the side of FUT finding a little bit more value.
Why would you
than it
dox
did
me like
vice
that?
versa, and wow. Cracks the pop
Well, anyone who's Polish
duel.
knows that you're Polish. Now
we talked
everyone
about this
does.
the other day when the guy wasn't even
Zolwek
playing.
is Polish.
Krax's KO for me
What's
is
the
a
population
staple.
of
I
Poland?
don't think I've seen a KO that impresses me as much and as consistently.
What is the
as
population
this
of
man.
Poland?
His Sage is kind of good, too.
His
raise.
His everything is
20
good.
million?
His
30
everything
million?
is good. His KO is great.
And that's the one thing I'm sad about not having split.
40?
I think it's cool to see CNED versus Kushner, but it would have been cool also to see Krax versus Kushner in the same battle. And
You'll
then
be fine.
obviously CNED over on the chamber, but I think I agree with Vlad as well. The fact
I think
that
there's
BBL
almost a
taken
million
this
or
one
around
to
a
ascend
million
in the end,
people
when
of Polish
they could have taken it to split, which is a map that both teams have
origin
looked good
in
on.
the
It's where
UK.
I expected it to go. This round, though, ult's back online, at least, in the form of Seekers. They can get the information of these aggressive pushes. But this defense has been dynamic. A switch up of personnel once again. The double initiator here as they try and push through mid once again.
Oh, Mr. Fallen's going to be under pressure to take that fight. Reezy winning it out. It looks like a null command going into play for Krax, but he's not able to fight ahead of those
Okay, well, the
smokes.
spike goes
They've lost
down.
the space. They've conceded it, and the plan has come through at this point.
4v4. You got
Footer
full
forced into
raise
that
util,
retake, but they
2
won't be too upset
flashes,
about
a
it.
Viper's
Look what
Pit.
they've got to work with
Still
when
there.
they put feet back on the site. Viper's Pit out of Yedije. He's going up towards heaven, which makes me a little bit nervous.
You know Sky's shout.
You also have to contemplate in the side of BBL. Their post plans,
You
Molotov
know.
on Brave could be in play.
Where
We can
Breach
see his
and
position on the
Viper are.
map. And yes, indeed,
You figure that
he's
Brim
playing
is
that
playing for
post-plant
post-plant
So
Molly?
now there's a bit of time
If
pressure
so,
on
then you
FUT.
know
They
where
have to
they
win
all
these
are.
fights relatively quickly as they move their way forward. Sure, Poor is
Oh, I
dropping,
missed.
still haven't cleared out lamps, and this is where big problems could be brewing. Elite still on that off angle, clean kill on the planter, or diffuser.
But they just
pardon,
didn't deal with
3
Elite,
in
who they did
total.
know was in
Nice
lamps,
position
but it's
and a
tough when you...
fantastic follow-up for
Yeah,
BBL
there's
to
a lot
find
going
around.
on.
Yeah, that made me really nervous because that Molotov was slightly off and they could have actually got the defuse there, but luckily, when you have players like Elite, sometimes the utility can miss and he'll just wipe everyone out anyway.
I kind of feel like that Molly helped them out because you're obviously not going to stick the plant, are you, if the Molly lands and then you buy your time. Here, they're like, oh, look, they made a mistake. We can defuse it. Wall goes down, and this happens. Nice and easy. The last, not so much. It was CNED he was up against. They made it look effortless. 4-3.
Crazy there's still no German
BBL not
VCT
going to let
player.
FUT run away with this one.
That
They'll
is a
keep it
bit
close,
crazy.
which is a win condition for them, even
Especially
if they don't
considering
take
the
the series.
UK has
That's
multiple.
true. They'd still need a map,
What's going on there?
but if they keep it close all the way through, a map is enough. But that's the thing. I feel like we've seen so many
Oh, there's
players that
text.
come into the league
True.
this year that have been exciting. We can talk about Woot as of recent. We could talk about anyone on Heretics and KC, and I think you're going to excite most people. But Elite has been one of the real sort of standouts. This guy has been the reason that this team has been so unbelievably
Okay.
good.
They do.
Boris setting up for the
Oh,
ult.
they
Again,
wanted
it's
to
gonna
go
be
for the ult,
pressure,
but then the dog just saw him a bit
manages to
late.
find an opener. And this has just gone a little wrong. They've used the ult, but there's not really a way
Oh,
they
the
can play
timing
off
was
it.
not good there for
Kept
BBL.
way back on this. BBL now have to find an alternate solution to breaking through this defense, and it's not going to be dry running it. At least you can't imagine it is. CNED sat in the corner. Thrash put through at a captain right up on it to trade through the wall, but doesn't need it. Not with spams like that from CNED, and that was blind fire to take down another player, to take down Elite, remove that Viper utility, and send
gonna
BBL
save.
to a
I mean,
familiar
it's
situation.
probably the right choice.
2 versus 5, 30 seconds on the clock, and they're saving. But this time, Yedije's ahead of it. He doesn't want them to carry these weapons through to the next. Instead, he's hunting them in their spawn. And now the rest of FUT are on their way. 18 seconds plus some post-timer. Poor has got to hold on strong if he wants this weapon for the next, and no way to hit the shot
Okay,
on the
nice
racks.
from FUT.
5 for FUT, and nothing carried through for BBL.
Yeah, again, it creates a fairly awkward scenario for them.
And yeah, they wanted to, you could see it, right? The dog was going in, they wanted to breach ult if the dog saw anyone on site. It did see someone on site, but Kushner was already in at that point, so you don't want to ult your Raze, and so then you're just kind of screwed.
Players had some money to spend, but in this round they can't really afford to do anything.
I mean, had the Raze gone hooker instead, that would have been
We've already
perfect.
seen them commit a couple
Right, the
of
B long with the ult coming in, your Raze then will satchels from hooker, like that would have been
committed, especially if they're going to purchase up a few
perfect
SMGs,
exit,
if they can get into that position to begin with. But I think that's been one of the bigger problems is once they're in the after plant, it's looked all right. It's been difficult to get there in the first place, though. FUT have been very proactive in the way that they're playing this defensive side, continuously pushing, but also just in different avenues every single time.
You can see it in this round as well, right? How quickly they're able to slow the play after Pora puts through.
Kid's still here.
Thunder. This is something that
it's still here, can't do a Fred though.
One player on site who's got his rifle ready to fight, but you're about to be flooded and Mosh Pit goes in. What are you going to do? Run through that? Even with the stun up, they're probably going to connect the kill. Timeout for BBL as they look to discuss these problems. Icebox is their pick. That's up next. So even a loss here would be understandable somewhat. But FUT haven't looked terribly shaky on Icebox. The Vitality game had issues, but honestly, they seem like issues you can solve with a little bit of rejigging, probably the composition.
They were glaring issues of just not running yourself.
Yes, Fnatic is qualified. Don't worry about Fnatic.
So yeah, I think that. Like,
why are Tories called Tories? You know, I actually don't know the initial story behind it. The official name of the party is Conservative Party. It goes way back though. I think they used to be called the Tory Party when they started.
We even had the conversation on the desk start of the week. It's just not their map anymore. And they even said it.
And when they started, I mean like back in like the fucking 1700s or something.
I'd say a Turkish team will win the map, but
it used to be the Tories and the Whigs.
Then
it was the Tories and the Liberals. Then it was the Tories and Labour.
Gonna try and pad the gap, and it's not gone great for Reezy at the start.
But initially they were like the progressive party.
But it's almost like a trading of places. The defense has taken control almost towards the spawn. And on the other side, they managed to get into the plant. You can see BBL trying to bait them in. They're tapping the plant just to almost get somebody to peek, give them a little bit of information, but that hasn't really been the case. FUT more than happy to try and hold their ground. Nade as well will make things a lot more awkward as they try and pressure. They've got to be ready for a single player to be there.
Very low. I mean, it's going to be just Kushner around.
Very late on this too. And it's not like they can commit Kushner to watching the angle for much longer. His head's been ripped clean off from heaven.
Never do this again.
Once you hear these close steps, that's where your eye's drawn to, and this is where out of captain. Well, now he's just with the rest of the team, popping a paranoia,
bomb has been
defused, all this space and leaving these pistols in a really tough spot.
Okay, it was actually quite funny.
Shot to Mr. Fallen, but the round's already slipped
but
away.
Never do that again, Shakira.
2795. Some reinvestment, but ultimately
never do that again.
3 rounds left to play for. FUT are in prime position to close this half out with a big advantage.
Yeah, literally.
What map do I want back the most?
One round
I want to see Fracture again, personally.
Slam them back before they could get anything
give me
done.
Fracture. I mean, give me Fracture Haven.
It has been a solid
100%.
performance from FUT so far, and there are no slouches on either side of this map. Again, Viper's Pit still available for Elite. And Pora is going to be the one to take the hit after the hero rifle in the last round. The fact is, though, they're using these early concussors in an attempt to try and slow down FUT, but it is not slowing them at all. They are pushing this again.
Yeah, we start with the flash out of cracks. The paranoia used the nade now, forcing them out of position into the fight, and that's exactly what FUT
like
wants.
FUT play
the
well.
Kills found, and favorably for the
I do
defensive
think they
side
look,
with BBL trailing,
you know,
and
up there
tries
with
to
anyone.
bridge the gap, loses
Like
the
worldwide.
fight, loses the spike. Where is he going? C-Ned's blast packing around like a lunatic. The cracks has got him covered. That's going to be a frustrating aim duel to try and take.
Ult the joke.
And now
Ulti the joke. Thanks for the 16 months.
All players in the same position, and the 3 remaining shall carry their weapons forward for a 7-3 lead. And a statement start out to this series.
That was almost like, you know, the little guy talking smack, and then like the big bouncer comes up behind him. That's what it felt like. It's like, look at me, and then Cracks just deletes everyone. And it has been like, just look across the board. Cracks 11-5. Yedajay 10-6, C-Ned 10-4. Like, they are having a field day on an individual level. They are fighting aggressively. And that's the thing, at this point, Their opponents, as I said, setting up stuns to try and stop them being able
Now they
to
have
fight for these
KO.
positions, try and make things a
Sorry,
little
they
bit
have
more
Razor.
awkward. And they don't care. And the one time they don't do it is when Kyushin has set his showstopper. They wanted to try and
KO
counter
knife?
them
We already
directly with
used
an
it.
ult, and there's no one here.
I'm going to slow it
We
down.
used it
by
down
the
short.
What a trade out. An ult for a
You know they're in
cheap
showers,
piece
we
of
got the
utility,
fast
but one
rotate,
that's
they have
found
a
so
raise
much
ult per
impact in this
retake.
series so far. Mr. Fallen might not be
This is an
might not
eco,
be
but-
leading from the front, but he's doing his job, and that's all he needs to do this time.
Okay, raise ult
goes
in there.
down. Damage already done. Showstopper back in from CNET. Nade in from CNET. These players are in
Wow.
trouble. CNET's just shredding them in
Cracks with a
laps.
bit of a whiff,
It was a good
but I
start,
see
but a
him.
terrible finish for BBL. Elite 38
yesterday, I think
HP.
he's-
Sure, he's got a Viper's Pit, but you're only going to bring them down to your level. Welcome to your world, quite literally.
Yeah.
And a shot through the smoke's going to take you down pretty quickly.
And this is the problem. I think he's had that now for what, 4, 5 rounds maybe? It's been
Should
a
be
long
yeah,
time that this Viper's Pit has been available, but they're not
I'm
even getting
surprised
close to
mods have
post
banned the
bots most
words
of the time.
skivvy.
It's scenarios where...
Well, I mean,
again,
if
it's
Taco
just
was
they're
here,
not
I'm
getting
sure it would
showers
be a
control.
possibility.
Every time they try and wrap in through mid, it's just given up by Foot. Foot are allowing them the space. And while the B hits have mostly just been denied by utility, and then the rotations are in fast enough that Foot are able to...
Element with 54 bits.
BBL
Uh-oh,
Definitely
Liquid are
struggling.
gonna qualify, aren't they?
on this attack
I
side.
mean, look,
while
can
Elite
Foot be, I mean,
SME's
look,
been
Foot, again,
unbelievable
remember
this
when I
season,
talked
but
about, like, throwing for your
38
Turkish
HP
brethren?
at Spectre.
Hey,
3
BBL let
players
us win
behind,
2-1.
CNED is
They might not officially, like, make a deal on that, but if Foot play their comp with no Killjoy, with no Sentinel,
I mean, we watched him the whole time, shift walking all the way
Then,
around. The two
possible.
zeros out in the crowd.
you know what I mean?
Foot, they'll
Hey,
have to
wink,
keep
wink,
up
what
this
if we just
momentum.
play our comp
It will
on
only be a
Icebox?
2-0.
Wink,
It'll be a
wink.
quick and clean one.
Just
Look at
pick
this from
Icebox
Cena,
against
the
us.
nade kill
Wink,
after
wink.
his back
And we'll
cover.
play
They
that
try to
comp.
push him in
Wink,
front.
wink.
He showstoppers. They come behind him to take him down as he's nading. Well, he's got cover. Then you got to run out of the nade. No, can't get out in time. There's just nowhere to go. Hey, I said his Jet's being good, and I didn't expect him to be a slacker on the raise, but looks like he can draw our eye just the same. 13-4 at the moment. Very impactful showstoppers, too. Very impactful utility. And the guy's hitting heads.
Yeah, and now you've got the setup of Yadajay blocking off every angle you can walk through, and CNED blocking off every angle you can jump through. No good option on B, in other words, but it's understandable that Foot have placed this immediately because, like the last few rounds,
Passive
BBL
here
tried
from
to
Foot.
fight into that A side of the map. It has failed miserably.
When you
They
got
now
a
get
Viper
to
split
put
on one
all of
side,
their
you've got a
players
KO to
with
retake the other.
flashes
It makes
and
sense.
information utility on the other side of the map as well. So either way, it's not going to be an easy take for BBL, but they do have themselves up to strike. Viper's Pit if they need it. Nothing spotted outside
Nothing
of the
down
B side as
below.
well. They will know exactly where this is coming from.
Oh, they push
Okay,
back
they
side
might know
though.
where it's coming from, but dealing with these players this time could be a different challenge altogether. Good flash, but Kushner, his team flash, in fact, but it works nonetheless. Gets the others closer to take down those kills. Kushner's wrap was perfect. Smoke up top blocked out anyone from helping.
Okay,
And
8-4.
finally, Viper's Pit has come into play. So
They're doing
BBL,
pistol here, BBL.
4
so
versus 2. A lot of damage done.
kinda has
Granted,
been
but
a
orbital
bit of a
strike in play.
destruction.
Viper's Pit already up. Spike planted, time ticking, shots coming close. CNET spams through walls have been unbelievable at times. There's one through the pit, but it was Tracers. Orbital strike pushes him back. His life should be fairly limited at this point. 1 HP, spamming with a Vandal and a snake bite that catches him as it unfurls. They even drop the pit to leave Yedajay in the open. And at this point, there's no way they let him away with it.
8-4.
8 rounds for Foot at the half, but BBL crept back up in the end. 4 is not ideal, but it's doable. Let's see how their defensive side's going to kick off.
Yeah, it's definitely not a death sentence. We've seen teams on this map in the past definitely struggle with the attack side. A lot of the time it's the narrow choke points and also just the slow timing you almost have to go for to try and methodically clear a lot of those aggressive angles. And it's safe to say the Poor is definitely still believing that the squad can turn this one around.
They are
As I said,
pretty hyped for this
map
game.
has not been comfortable for them pretty much all season. I think at kickoff, I think it was the first map of kickoff they managed to beat Na'Vi. I think we mostly put that down to it being a first map of Na'Vi rather than anything else, but
which is
even
the
still.
trend. Farrier's up, but a slow approach from Foot. Now we saw BBL's initial
did someone get
5-6
banned?
rounds.
Is that why we're
They were
0-7-ing?
just planting their feet in the ground. letting
This is how my parents felt when I said hell at that one time.
This time,
oh,
we're looking to be a bit more proactive.
But what are we doing?
Orb has put a big problem up for them. It's synced with their wall, so they're not going to have their own toxins to cross with. They've already lost a player on the way through. The defensive side can now just sit tight and wait for the reactions. And as we look towards Hookah, it looks like a lot of pressure will be on Brave with a frenzy up close and 3 players too. In fact, about to peek, and CNET wins the fight. Sight now under threat. Good nade, great nade. This utility from
Breezy did
CNET.
get
Been perfect.
Breezy did get one, but there's cracks and CNET.
Wall for one with the decay. Well, now all of a sudden, Footer looking to win this round, looking favored, and they've isolated Kushner. Another 3K from...
Oh, no. Look away. Cut away. I don't want to see this.
And here we go. For the first time, Elite swings in and catches one. That's
Yes, Jay, how many bullets do you want, my friend?
Just couldn't land those shots. Seen it on the other
What shots? I didn't see it.
I need to see his shots from his POV because it just seems again and again. I'm thinking back to the pistol round he won on Breeze, but I think this last. Okay, the nade one was good. This shot was ridiculous, and that was just so clean. Like, he's been fantastic. Putting him back in the Turkish team definitely seems to have brought him. Oh my God,
it's incredible.
I mean, that is pretty crazy.
I like how it says the future is FUT. You're going to need a bigger building. If it
That's
gets
pretty
any
crazy.
more than that, guys, come on. You're going to have the whole of Turkey in there.
Imagine being there. That would be
Every
fucking
screen
sick.
in the cinema.
To
Flash
be
didn't
there.
catch anyone. Pora sat inside this smoke, was hoping they'd get a connection. Nothing lands. No more flashes for Reezy. They're just going to wait for this smoke to fade. He's tucked up close, but they're watching it. Take a look at Ada Captain. More than ready for that push to take place, and take a look across the map. One player on mid, one watching Bath push. They've even got, I think it's Wingman. Yeah, he's up and on his way through Hookah. So they've cleared a ton of space.
So they get the
denied
first
any
kill, they're just
aggression
going to
from
come back
BBL,
to A.
and now they
No real investment from BBL, who
site.
do have the correct side, though.
Is the gamble is taking place towards what is now a 4-man stacked up site. It's only weaker weapons, but with these pistols and Turkish players, you never know what you're going to get. FUT, though, off to a good start.
Yeah, luckily, FUT also have Turkish players, so they have the perfect counter. One of them even having a sheriff of his own. Nice shot from Elite. Braves also got one more. They're definitely making this a little more competitive, but as quickly as the...
Still pick up the gun probably for Yesterday.
It fades. 10-4. FUT running away with this. I agree. Give him a sheriff and relax. This round, though. It's going to be a fairly strong bonus round out from FUT. Like, if there's going to be any semblance of hope in a response, it needs to be this round victory for BBL. And while CNED and Yedige alone having Vandals.
Does anyone know yet if we actually have confirmation that the patch will be live at Shanghai? Has that actually been announced or confirmed?
Maybe underestimate Mr. Fallen Stinger.
Or is
You're
it
all right
still
for
just
that one.
kind of
He's
guesswork?
going to get 3.
Yeah, this is the round. This is the round, just to prove me wrong. The reactions from BBL, again, we've seen this a few times. Elite just popping up the orb the second the wall comes in play. They're just going to battle with the toxins to see if one team can catch a timing late in the round. The mistake will take place. Knife up and over, clears out back.
Okay, and I fully clear showers. See, now if this was NRG, they'd go and reflash it for Yetige here.
Taking one of these orbs, but it is all just default play to take map control and set up for later kills. BBL trying to react to this a little bit, but ultimately sticking in their 3-2 for now. I guess that flash is going to come out of Reezy eventually, though, to clear. In fact, it's the Tiger that's on its way down long right now, and it looks like it has caught out a captain. Still, what do you do with the information? One player
Okay, they got one player in showers, so they could pressure B, come back, but they're going towards Hookah, which normally you would think would be an actual B hit, rather than, you know, if they were all coming towards long, we've still got that option to come back.
Smoke will go down,
Yeah,
but
so in they
immediately
go.
CNED's gone straight through it. The shot from Reezy's good, though. Drops him out of the sky. A Brave swinging has caught another couple. This is a solid hold when it
Actually,
comes
could save
to the
if he
B
wants to.
site. And while Yedige now left alone, 20 seconds, may just even want to make sure that he holds onto the gun.
Looks like that's locked in at this point. No one to contest him either. What a hold from BBL.
What, doing FUT? I mean,
That wall goes
the
up.
way that CNED pathed this as well, it kind of did look like almost they had a second idea of like, what if we do this, right? Because he kind of like came almost backwards.
That's
No hands.
Yeah.
Impressive.
interesting composition. Yeah, I think the initial flash that comes out of Gecko on the way through from Mr. Fallen, just that little split second too late on the way through.
I think also the interplay there was just perfect. So you had Reezy's initial contact. When they're focused on him, Brave swings.
Good one, Kid. Classic one by Kid there. Classic Pokemon
well
Jill.
as they could have done. Obviously for Foot, yeah, it may have been a bit better if they could isolate those battles, but
I think that's the difference between CNED landing and getting that shot off and not, right? Is the flash just came in just as he died.
Kids
Again, those things can be
taking a couple too many
Little
blue
bump in the road that
Smarties
you hit on the way
today.
through. Plenty more rounds for them to adjust course, and with 10-5 on the board, BBL have a long way to go before they're back in this in a competitive environment. Full buy up for Foot. Ults coming online, and the most scary one of all, CNED. Yeah, those showstoppers are often used just for sectioning off parts of the map control.
Battle
pushing
League says
players
Shanghai
back,
will
but
be on the
CNEDs have
patch.
been
Okay.
finding kills
Cheers, Mickey.
every single
he also
time.
uses it as a booster sometimes.
Yeah.
So I
Okay,
need to get a
again,
little bit further.
bit
I'm gonna
passive
boost
from
myself
BBL
with
here,
showstopper
right?
and then headshot you.
They got showers for
But
free,
now, though,
kind of.
again, much more tempered in their aggression.
Dog comes down B, sees nothing.
BBL
They
do have
keep
a good
throwing
run
this like
start as
wingman
well.
into hooker.
Place at the right time could set them up wonderfully.
Like a little bait, but there you go. Nice stun
Brought this to
timing.
a halt. You can already see the rotation sprinting from Brave. The
flashback
flash is good
sight.
though, and actually Adacap, he's just
he
got
doesn't
swinging
check
off the
it.
back of it. Takes
Oh,
a bit of a risk,
Kushner.
and Kushner's there. 2 kills immediately, goes for a little bit more. Might have got a bit greedy. His teammates aren't really available to stop them, but I'm loving the position of Reezy. This is so much more passive than you'd normally expect. He is waiting for them to drop out, already finding the kill, and he won't quite get the second, but 11 HP for Cracks.
Plant would be good.
luck.
Again, this is a plant and save situation. This is where teams need to realize, like, you get full loss bonus now. Right? You get full loss bonus. So you're on like 30 HP, 1v3. Okay, it's Cracks, you're not going to win. Right? So he should just leave and take the TP. Or just run down long.
Really, it's Kushner though in this
Got
position.
KO? Yeah, but you'd rather have the gun.
Kushner on the way through.
Because you want the KO for the full buy.
Again.
He's going to have KO afterwards anyway.
I think that was more, again, just Adacaptain trying to catch a timing, but didn't work
And his
out.
eco would be
He
insane.
also heard the player running back and spawn.
Like, saving when you planted is
you think there's
a
one there,
lot
one in
better
heaven?
than,
What are
like,
the chances they've
it's
got
a
just
it's a
guy
tactic
tucked
teams
away,
don't ever
and
use,
they're
but it's a
abandoning him to
really,
basically
really
die
effective
in an
one
isolated
eco-wise.
duel.
Because instead of just getting plus 1,000, like Foot here, you'd get plus 2,400, and you have a rifle.
Hero rifle for Yedajay, so still opportunities.
So your eco is
good
massive.
chance for BBL to really build up some of those finances. Allow for rebuys, but more importantly, they've got 3 ults that are 1 orb away.
That's it, right? This is a round where, for BBL, sometimes we'd look at it as a moneymaker round. And sure, it can be that, but it's not like you're going to see Foot run away with it and BBL go, well, at least we've got cash, guys. They're a little too far behind for that sort of carry on. But building up those ultimates coming into the next round, now that could be huge, to have that safety net that if things do get out of control, you can fall right back on it. If Kushner has a big round, he'll be right on a showstopper, too. Well, he almost had a quick round. Yedajay dropped. One towards Pora. There's Elite picking up his Viper's Pit. The players on Foot have
Again, this
rotated
generally
around.
has been
Still,
pretty free
BBL
for
are
them.
sat in positions.
This take here,
Reezy
but
hasn't been given this up even late into the previous round, and we can see that Brave is also in spot. This could be both of those remaining ultimates farmed up right here and now.
In a good position.
Double flash
out. It's going to give both players away.
Oh.
There you go. Down to his paranoia is in.
Okay.
And he's
2
managed
kills.
to find them a couple. Again, though, the rotation already on spot, but the rifle's been picked up by Adacap. He's going to be waiting close to the smoke.
Cracks just goes to
Definitely
get
be
a
a
gun
gamble to
first.
go through it. I think they're going to try and patiently wait on the other side. As that plant now comes in, the nade is going to force Cracks into a bit of a more awkward position. Adacap immediately
Ooh, nice
traded
try
it.
by those
Almost
two.
there for Cracks, but Pora
Nice try, just not quite.
is a safe pair of hands. And I want to say, I absolutely love watching the way that Pora plays this defensive side. It reminds
I
me
wish
of like
Tack was here. I'm
old
just
school
seeing, like,
DRX,
we had
where
no
you know the
mods
way they
almost
used to
all
play
day,
Square,
and now it's just
where he'd
fucking
sit
full of
all-
mods,
all
just
the way back, I think it was Stacks,
messing
and would
around
just
in
set
chat.
up stuns. Like he's just going, okay, we
My
need to
chat
stun
is
here,
just
I'm gonna stun
filled
here,
with
I'm gonna
mods,
stun here, I'm
fucking
gonna stun
talking
here.
about
And that's all he's
fuck
doing.
knows
He's just
what.
going, okay,
Skibbity
okay,
Riz.
they're playing a short, stun. Okay, they're playing towards showers, stun. And then he has, again, the aftershock that goes through the boxes to deny their run and cross onto the site. He's keeping his teammates safe. Is that going to be reflective on the scoreboard? No, it's not. You're not going to find anything from that. But he's basically orchestrating
4 ults for
from
FUT.
the
This is a
back
round you have to
as
convert.
the leader.
Yeah, I mean 3 ults for
it's a
BBL
selfless
too.
role. It's one where if things go wrong in the future, you might be the guy that gets left behind.
Cameraman with the bits.
But it also might be the guy that wins your games.
Well, that's it.
This is
And you gotta
kids
hope
doing
that
he
your
did
team
this now
management
I'm
and
being
everyone like that is
tortured
able
by
to sit back
children.
and look a little deeper than just the statistics and the spreadsheet. Sometimes
I am with
there's a
my
little bit more to
people.
the game. And I think for
Literally
Pora,
just
you saw even in that last fight.
You were literally hanging out with 7-year-olds earlier. That's not in a bad way. They're his cousins. But now they've turned you into this.
Could well have gotten the kill, and I'm sure it will in the future for FUT. 4 ultimates
Kids'
online.
cousins
Could
have
be a
taken
big
over this
dump
chat.
Round if they decide to go for it all in, but sometimes they've only needed the one. Big ult dump round, you know? Just dump all the... Because they dump all their ults.
Okay. You didn't use the word ult.
I didn't, shorten it a little.
Okay, K-ult's gonna get them the spike down.
Both teams.
The double TP.
As we will now have.
Oh, Yesterday missed his first snake bite, but the second one didn't.
He was stunned up there. He still manages to hit the shot. Maybe that's the curse
Oh!
of the breach. Well, he did get tagged by the
Oh my goodness gracious me.
every head. It leaves it all up to Brave. A 1 versus 3 scenario. An impossible position to fight from. Still has a Molotov, but he still believes there's someone towards the showers. In fact, though, Yedeje has abandoned that spot. Going to try and get onto that diffusal. He's done some damage, but doesn't even know the second player's there, and another one is wrapping him behind him.
Okay, big ult round. I mean, they did get up breach ult as well. And look who it is, Nova Scotia.
In the VCT
The best team, the best player on Team Skiller.
Everything was going so well, Tom.
Skylar?
FUT decided to dump all
Skiller?
over the map. Those ults came through. Little Homer
Is that
came
true?
in. It wasn't even needed. Look, it's so quick. Little tap on him. An afterthought.
He's literally the worst.
Showstopper from miles away.
The thing is, if he
I thought Bova was your
it would've been
IGL.
So silly, but it is just the fact that he doesn't miss. He doesn't miss those.
Deafening inside that watch party for FUT with 2 rounds left to go. It's only going to get louder. A timeout called by BBL. This is their second. FUT
BBL
have yet to
thereby
touch
not too
so
hot.
if that comeback does begin, they've got time to touch base and make those adjustments. 2 timeouts left.
Wait, are the
for
other
FUT, 2
players?
rounds left
Wait,
as
is
well. BBL
Ali
need a
Singh?
solution here and
Are
now.
they a part of the team as well?
Definitely been more competitive than what we've seen in some of their previous buy matchups, but
Are the other members of Team Skiller? Are they in the room with us now?
Isn't going to matter if they lose both maps, or the both first 2 maps. They are out, and Liquid will take their spot at the very last second. Everything will have aligned for them to go through. If BBL win a map, especially with how close this first one has been, that will likely be enough to send them into the playoffs. And I'll be honest, the spot I think they deserve. They have been fantastic in this split. I think they've had many doubters. I'll put my name in the hat
You
as
just
one of
put
them.
it on a moat jail.
But they have shown up, beaten some good teams, beaten some great teams. The only team to beat Na'Vi. That's absurd. Like, with how good Na'Vi have been. And obviously the other thing for FUT here as well, I want to mention again.
Can we put Kid in a moat jail?
Na'Vi if they win this series. I think that's a 2-1 as well. They don't even have to 2-0. And they'll be the #1 team in their group.
It really does break my heart a bit, Tom, because look, I'll level with you. I would be happy if Liquid made it to playoffs, but the reality is, with the year that BBL have had, so far, the stage even, they deserve it. They deserve it more. The games that they've had have been impeccable. They've surprised me on levels I was not ready to be surprised by BBL on. And that Na'Vi game as well. Like, there's just been, for them to have all these accolades and potentially miss out on playoffs, it seems like a crime. But it's a reality that they're now facing 11-7 down map 1.
Such teammates Nate it is.
Not a lot invested into this one, but they've made it work before.
Was that his teammate's nade? I'm looking at where C-Dead is. I don't think he's got a lineup from there.
He also still has his nade.
That also does it. You never know, though. He's about to get 2 kills. They just gave him in advance.
Kushner's just used his ult. Showstopper up towards heaven. And sure, it cancelled out of captains from the shadows, but if you're going to offer me a trade from the shadows for a showstopper,
Look
I'll
at the
take
time.
it.
25 seconds left. The
It's on Brave.
positioning of Brave could be everything. They've not checked. They've not checked. He's just going to try and drop the spike. A second player, if he kills the player with the spike, he might just win them the round, but he's only done damage. Still, though, Kushner's now here. waiting with the rifle. First player dropped. Still that spike is coming, but it's got down. It's trapped. I think they've just about done enough. It would have to be the kills for FUT, and it is not happening. They managed
Wow,
to win the
big round for
purely
BBL.
based off
On an
time.
eco with the Viper's Pit.
BBL.
It might look silly. That showstopper
Oh, that's not a great round by FUT, really. Like, just hanging outside the Viper's Pit. They used their Gecko stuff in Hooker already, so they didn't have the Dizzy or a Wingman.
Without even drawing blood yourself.
I don't love the way they're using this Gecko and Hooker and just sending in the Uto, never to pick it up.
The thing is, even that just burnt time. Slowed them down. It allowed players into the site. A lot of that came off Kushner, and then just dropping them from the backlines, I think, was Reezy as well.
And the player he tagged down so low was Mr. Fallen, who gets one shot by a Sheriff, and that's why the spike goes down. If he doesn't hit those shots, if he doesn't even do the damage, and so on. What an incredible round and a narrow margin to stay alive here. 3 rounds in between them. And BBL back on that defense, sitting down, waiting for the aggression. They're not going to go pushing forward, giving advantages. They just won off of time. Let's see how FUT respond to it. They don't seem to be quickening their play at all.
No, I don't think FUT are going to swap things up. I think they're going to look at that as a blip. They lost to what was a Viper's Pit thrown in and a showstopper.
Bro, go and pick that up. Pick that shit up. It's in the smoke.
Available in this round. And to just try and blitz,
bruh.
When you know your opponents have, firstly, the utility to slow you down.
He just ran. Did he pick it up? No, he just ran past it. There we go.
I think that would be an oversight.
Okay. He got it. He got it.
An
I'm
oversight
chilling.
that Mr. Farland as an IGO is not going to allow.
Mosh and nade for backside, but the corner's still wide open.
Oh, Brave, what a shot. Oh, the timeout, FUT. Timeout.
The spike
Timeout,
retrieved,
save.
But a
You two should save.
5 after the chaos of initial engagements.
Save.
Yedege,
30 seconds left.
he's still
A
here with his
timeout.
teammate Cracks. They've grouped up. But finding this round now seems very difficult with 20 seconds to get that
Like,
spike
the push
on
and pull
ground.
of the map these last couple
Looks like
rounds
the call
hasn't been
might just
great.
be
It's
another
like,
save. This attacking
we
side
make noise.
conceding around to BBL and putting 11
guys, let's come here where we've just
to 9 on the
made
board.
noise,
Tom,
where we
at this
haven't really
point,
done much
I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a pause
10
out of
seconds
FUT.
left.
Because this gap has now narrowed massively.
This game matters, but yeah, they could, if they
think
win,
it
they
might be
finish
a moment
first. If
for
they don't
guys
win,
try
they
and
don't
talk
finish
things
first.
through. I think also just
Losing a map
lot
doesn't
of
matter
what
to
this
them, but-
B-side defense has been is the interplay between Brave and Reezy. I think their timing on when they peak off the flashes or off just players diving through is sublime. Like, Brave is so good at just finding angles to isolate fights.
Yeah, did we go
but he
before
knows that
we
other
had Dizzy
positions
fight?
are being held by teammates at the same time. He's had a real
Bro,
resurgence
help
in this
those Rays
map,
out.
moving right up the board. And well,
Pulling
there
out the
you go.
NLG
That is
playbook,
the
yeah,
FUT timer.
like in the round
Still
before as well,
not getting
like
too far out of control just yet,
we
and obviously for them,
looked to B for a
less
bit.
pressure.
We started the pit
do
for a
think
bit.
It needs to be stated that
We walked
first
in
place
showers.
in the group is a massive difference.
We
It
walked
is-
out of showers.
Firstly, you skip the
I guess the Rays
instant
will force
elimination
them out of
stage. That
showers,
is the
to be fair.
first couple of matches.
round
Is
before.
you lose and you are out. At least if you finish first, you lose, you're still in the lower bracket. You get another opportunity to try and fight. Also, if you go into that first matchup, I believe you win one game and you've made it. You're already going off to Masters. So you skip some of the most dangerous matches and you get very high likelihood of making it over to China, which I'm sure after not being able to make it, being in the group of death at kickoff, where the only teams they lost to were the teams that made it to Madrid. That's got to have a sort of bitter taste in the mouth of FUT, and I'm sure they're going to be wanting to get as close as they can to make it to another international, because they are a team that deserves to be there.
Also, some good news for those of you out there. Maybe some bad news. No tiebreakers will be in play today. It's been confirmed now by BBL finding enough rounds.
Who's your favorite NASCAR
No
driver,
BO1s after.
Kuna?
We're all going to be decided after this one. For
Uh,
BBL, 2-round gap. They have done a fantastic job of pulling this
NASCAR
game back in
driver?
their favor after losing the pistol
I
as
don't
well
know.
to start out this half.
Isn't there someone
that could've been
junior?
FUT.
Wasn't he the best guy?
Running away with
Ken something junior.
BBL now in a very winnable position. They forced FUT to call a timeout this round. Sees weak weapons across the board. 3 pistols in play for FUT, and just those 2 rifles that they saved over. That will be
Dale
carried through.
Earnhardt, that's
Still,
what I'm
there's a
thinking of.
lot of danger, and this is a round that BBL have to approach with an element of caution.
Okay, this time just a bit quieter.
Right there.
Again, just those couple of weapons to play with. It's
Wow.
a freebie though.
They got him.
Gives that one up. That gun can quite easily be retrieved as well, especially with 3 pistols in play. This definitely makes things dangerous. Kushner is going to try and make a move off this. The nade could be catastrophic in terms of the damage, but
still got it down. They got a raise nade, a brim molly.
An extra rifle found. This is truly dangerous for the side of BBL.
And they got this big flank as well.
Only guy that can't get healed back up as well.
Don't need the flank.
He's the last man standing.
Wow.
What a response from Foot. With mostly sheriffs in play, they somehow find one of the most convincing rounds in recent memory combined. What?
Just seen Emil clapping in the crowd. Like, yes, that was it.
They should have some honorary Foot merch for this game.
Yeah. Wow, 12-9. I don't know what guys said. I'd love to hear it.
Okay,
I'm sure
12-9.
it was
I mean, they just went very quiet here and just.
That was about as clean as
Viper
a low
beat them
round is
basically.
ever gonna get. Still though,
Okay,
BBL have the finances to buy back up again. Pora one of his ult, Reezy 2, Operator for Kushner
Yetajay
as well.
will swing this 100%.
Could be a game changer, and already that's Yetajay
Not
gone.
expecting
He's been a
enough.
nuisance in showers in the majority of rounds.
That's a huge player to take down as well. You're opening
That
up this
doesn't tell you
sideline
too
for your
much, really.
operator.
You know, he's
Without
been
that
here a
Viper
lot.
wall in play,
They've been
they
on the
can
other side of the
cross
map when they've
all
done
too
this
easily.
before. Doesn't necessarily tell you this, but they do bring the breach across.
The moment you can see that's all they're waiting for. Smoke down. Out of Captain at least able to block out some of these angles. Get them closer to the site. Perhaps the drawing rotations in, still the option to rotate with that
they can get the
teleporter in
spike
play.
down.
Brave is on his way. Flash is good. They can take some deeper control, and up top, CNED
hits
catches
that
Kushner.
shot.
The battle
And hits that
races
shot.
goes CNED's way, and he's inspired to keep up the fight. Even throwing a thrash into this, and it's caught them. No, it hasn't. It didn't. They destroyed it just in time. Okay, it's not going to run the clock down that much. They still have the disadvantage on the way back through. The defuse to be found, the stun going in. And the players not yet found. Out of Captain isolates a 1v1, loses it. Reezy on another Mr. Fallen though. He's being quiet all map. And now he steps it up for the double. Elite, the last man standing, caught off guard by CNED on the off angle. Behind the...
Okay, 1-0 Foot. BBL need to win the next map. Now, as they kind of said during the broadcast, they've won enough rounds to where if they do win a map, they're in. Because the round-wise, they only lose 4 there. So they're only on... So they're on plus 11. Right? They have to win a map, obviously. That gets them at least up to plus 13. And then they would be tied with Liquid if they lost 13-0. But I guess... I don't know why they would be ahead of Liquid in that instance. But whatever. I don't know what the tiebreaker at that point would be, but do I stay for map 2? No, I don't have time to stay for map 2. Unfortunately, I'm sure that BBL or FUT or whoever you want to win will win the game because I'm sure that that's what you want. And good things happen to you because you're watching this stream. And if you're watching this stream, that means you're a good person, a good human being. So, yeah, I'm sure that it will go your way, 100%. And, yes, goodbye. I will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. my time. Pacific playoffs, the first teams to go to Masters Shanghai. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be worth a watch. So come and watch tomorrow morning. Goodbye.